The roofers just got to my house. Finally, it's however long after the hurricane, but they're just getting here. So it's been an active morning. But I'm happy
That is
they're
crazy.
here.
It's taken that long.
Here's the crazy thing. I'm in like the front end of people too. Like if you just drive around town, like I mean, there's thousands of roofs that are going to be getting replaced in this city. Thousands easily.
Yeah.
And if you drive around, you'd expect just to see like it looked like New York circa 1930, you know, just people everywhere working, but it doesn't because just how long the cleanup takes and how long all the getting everything set up takes. Most days I don't see any roofers. Like probably in the last 2 weeks I started to see them popping up here and there. But yeah, I'm excited to be getting it done all the same.
How bad is your roof?
It's not that bad. We had that tree that leaned over on it. It's one of those things where the roof was like could have gotten a new roof at any point. It was ready for a new one.
Right.
And since it had damage, like you can either do repairs or replacements, and after a certain length of time, they don't do repairs. So they could have probably just like done some replacement work if it was a brand new roof, but because it's not, they're just you just replace it.
Nice.
1000%, Marcus. And like the best part is like there's multiple roofs on my property that are getting replaced. So like when it comes to like the whole paying the deductible, like that's silver lining, you know, like they're due for a new roof. Like
yeah.
You know,
I woke up the other day a couple weeks ago and it was raining in my bed.
Did you have to pay extra for that home feature?
You'd think it was a nice waterfall, trickling waterfall.
I just picture like you're sleeping in a rainforest.
But I remember the insurance guy came out, like, I have insurance. And like the roofer came out and quoted me like $800. I'm like, dude, I don't have $800 for my roof. And then he came back like a couple days later and said, I'll do it for $400.
Just to like patch it?
Just to do it, yeah, just to patch it and everything and make sure it was stable and everything.
All these, like any kind of construction work that you get is turning into like the medical field where everyone's like, yeah, they got insurance. So I'm just gonna baptize them with the price. It's completely unreasonable. I wonder what it looks like if there's like two sets of prices, like those that you charge an insurance company versus those that you charge an individual person. Like I just need this work done. Like how much are you going to charge me?
Yeah. For sure.
I had plumbing work done a couple of weeks back. And like
that sounds expensive too.
I was expecting it to be. And I had like one faucet completely redone, some faucet work done in the bathroom, and then the exterior faucet completely changed, which meant like boring into the house, you know, like busting up brickwork around the old faucet to put in. It's like $300. I'm like, are you serious? That's it? He's like, yeah. When insurance companies aren't involved, it's very normal sounding. Like y'all were here for like 2.5 hours. You worked on 3 faucets. That's crazy cheap.
That's good. It helps to know.
How's your week been?
My week's been horrible, but let's move on. It's a whole nother week.
It's been horrible.
My significant other did watch all of Silo though last night.
Are you caught up on Silo?
No, but I have a review from him.
Oh, it's an amazing show. You're missing out.
That's what he said.
Yeah, you should believe him. No, there's not people on the roof yet. You don't have to whisper that. The guys out there doing pictures and moving all the materials. You look out the side door. They're moving all the materials. They're staging it. That's what you call it. Staging. Yeah. What is going on, Labruski? Let me send the link to the Discord chat.
Oh, how nice.
And so you started watching. What is it?
Easier too. And then he told me he watched episode 4 of Dune, which I couldn't get, until we got some different service, and we finally got it, and he watched it without me.
Is that the
And I
one from
said,
this week?
how could you do that? And he's like, actually, it was a really good episode, so I watched it again with you.
Is that the one from this week?
Are you caught up on Dune?
I haven't watched the one from this week yet.
Okay.
Yeah, dude, I loved. Was it episode 3 that was the backstory? I don't know why I love that episode. It felt very Game of Thronesy to me.
Yeah.
Whale carcasses everywhere. What's going on, Collector P? Freaky Louie, what is happening? Slow start to the morning. No Rob.
Where's Rob? What's up with him?
I don't know. He's probably asleep in his recliner. It happens from time to time. Doesn't happen very often, but it happens from time to time. What is going on, John? Hope you're doing good. Yeah, it's been like the golden age of television all over again for the past couple of weeks. But have you been watching Landman?
But I heard that was a good one too.
It's freaking amazing.
Did you put a post up about it?
I did. I've
and
done
Tulsa
a couple
King
of those.
too.
Tulsa King was great. Have you watched any of those? Like it's
I
all
watched
made
a
from
little
the
Tulsa
same
King
guy.
with my boyfriend. And then I haven't watched any Landman yet. And I've never seen Yellowstone. Does that matter?
Yeah, I haven't seen Yellowstone either. It's on the Cock. I don't have Peacock service. But the same guy who made it made Tulsa King. It's on the Cock. Tulsa King, Landman, and Lioness with Zoe Saldana. Which
Lioness looks good. Yes.
Out of all the stuff that I've seen of his, Lioness is just peak. It is so freaking good.
Really?
Yes. If you don't have
What's
Paramount,
it about?
Female operatives in the CIA.
Okay.
That's the handle for him is like Lioness, a specific job that female operatives have inside the CIA.
Cool.
And it's ridiculously well balanced show of like kind of like the command level and then like the on the ground level stuff. And it has a good balance of like stateside kind of espionage and drama, and then like in the operation kind of stuff. And then it has a great balance of actual like active deployment operations and their home life kind of stuff. Okay. But it's got Morgan Freeman, Nicole Kidman, Zoe Saldana. It's freaking awesome. Yeah, I'm with Alan. Definition of awesome TV shows: anything Taylor Sheridan touches. Yeah, it's next level good. What? Okay, well, the F me then. Half scoop. Don't give him too much.
What happened? Marcus, did I not say hi to you? Are you upset?
I think he took something personal. You need to give him a direct good morning, hello.
I'm sorry, I missed some people sometime. I know Brother John came in too. And... I'm joking.
90% of the time when people say that, it's not true. They were being 100% serious. They're just now uncomfortable.
Why don't you jump on, Marcus?
What else you said you started Superman and Lois, didn't you?
I did, but then I had to stop because my service went out. So, but now I have it back, so now I will restart that. What, Brother John?
What's up? Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, he's the one that told me, "Oh, you like Tulsa King? Here, watch these."
Oh.
Yeah, that's why I just was jumping on real quick because you said you didn't watch Yellowstone, right?
Yeah, I don't have the cock.
So Yellowstone started good, but then it did a lot of that, what I call set them up, knock them down, which is somebody has to say something and do something really stupid in order for this guy to look like a serious badass.
So Tulsa King in a nutshell.
Yeah, so like
uh-oh. You're mute. You lost audio on you, John. There you go.
Landman avoided that. Except for that, we saw that recent scene with the lawyer in the office with those guys. Did you catch that one, Mark? Oh, he's talking to the fam.
Yeah. There's a lot going on here. You can go out the side door. Just don't open the back. Don't let the dogs out. Leave it like that. Just don't let the dogs out.
Mad Spidey, what up?
What's going on, John?
All right, back to it, John. I'm sorry.
So sorry, that recent episode where the lawyer was negotiating, where she was like, "This is not a negotiation.
This isn't a deposition. This is a surrender."
Yeah. So no lawyer in their right mind is going to go in and make that comment that dude made about taking a bath with your daddy, and
go back.
No lawyer's that dumb. I don't care if you are in Texas. So he had to do that, though. He had to say something that stupid for her to take him down.
Did we diss a whole state there?
That kind of thing.
Big state.
It is a big state, and
that's how I describe Tulsa King to people. Like when I'm like, "Hey, you got to watch it." It's Sylvester Stallone as a mobster, so that's already a joke unto itself.
Right?
Like he comes to threaten you. What? Can you say it again? What? I didn't understand what, but it's just filled with so many of those moments that arouse like that feeling of, oh, that's just cool. That's old school cool. And that's what's fun about it. It's cheesy, cool fun with just enough drama and comedy to balance it. It's just enjoyable TV.
Yeah, and it's letting Stallone be Stallone.
And who doesn't like hanging out with Stallone?
Nobody. He's freaking
likable.
awesome. Yeah. There's a reason why this dude's been winning since the 1980s. You know what I mean? Like he's just fun. Something he's got the X factor. Something you can't train for, prepare for. You either got it or you don't. It's no like compliment to you or disgrace if you got it or don't. It just is.
Yeah. And then Lioness, freaking Saldana is amazing.
They brought the top tier to that show, didn't they?
No kidding. She's
Nicole Kidman. Who's the guy that plays Byron? Like I've seen him in plenty of stuff, but holy crap, him and Nicole Kidman in the room together, they're just fantastic as a little team. Yeah,
that show's a sleeper. It hadn't gotten as much credit as as much shine as the others have.
He went out to go look at
the Penguin is overshadowing everything.
They're fun.
Man, Spidey, have you seen the Lioness?
No.
John, you're caught up on Lioness, aren't you, John?
No, not the latest, because they're on season 2 right now, right? I have
season
not.
2 just finished a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
the finale to that is one of the most intense finales, man. It was nuts.
Yeah, that whole show's just been like I can't watch it at night.
You won't turn it off.
Yeah, or go to sleep or anything like that. You'll just be.
Zoe Saldana's like they golly, like she's the most believable person in that role. Sometimes like certain actors just fit a role well. She just nails it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stallone has been winning since he stole Chuck Wepler's life story.
Spidey, good morning. I haven't seen Kraven the Hunter yet. I did not hear good things though about it yet.
Well, technically releases today, so I don't think most people have seen it yet.
Yeah, I think Jim was going to try to see it today.
Let's get a blanket. I'm freezing.
Finn's getting under Kyle's skin. He's not in here, Kyle. I'm not Finn. Finn's been messing with Kyle unintentionally. Is it cold out there? Yeah, it's pretty chilly. We got the foreman of the job for the roofers here are waiting on the crew to pull in. He's been out here getting everything staged and set and ready.
So they're finally doing repairs after the cleanup.
Yeah, it takes time. There was
always does, especially when it goes through insurance and shit. And
the insurance thing, we've been lucky and got ahead of that, but what we're running into in this area specifically is just volume. That's all, just volume. the amount of jobs that there are, the amount of supplies that there are not in the Southeast right now. Because like the Southeast has been baptized with damages.
Mm.
Oh yeah. I mean, they're picking up some every day, but Bart, if you came through the neighborhood again, you'd barely notice a change in my neighborhood. My street hasn't been touched. One road on one end of the road hasn't been touched. One on this end has.
Daddy, remember percent I can't fall? The
Yeah.
elves are using it.
Using what?
What you said I can't pop.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, the giant bubble wrap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They might even pop it.
I don't know. Those elves are crazy.
What if they pop it?
I don't know. Nothing, man. Nothing happens. Spidey, you want to see Craven?
Yeah, I don't know whether I'll see it at the movies or not. I might just wait for it to come on to show. I was looking forward to seeing it, but I'm a bit worried now. But you know, I usually don't listen to critics. I just go and see it for myself.
Go in knowing what you're getting into. Good morning, Bo.
Hello, sir, madam.
Hey, I saw you were streaming earlier. I was awake for a minute, and I was like, "Oh, you're on," and then I fell back to sleep.
You thought, nah, this is boring shit. I'm going back to sleep.
You motherfucker.
I love you too.
It was actually a great stream. I really enjoyed it.
Cool.
So it's been a few weeks since I've been on here. What's been going on?
No, it's same old, same old. Working our way into the holiday season. Do y'all celebrate Christmas in Australia? Can Santa make it down there?
No.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, the kangaroos bring all the presents.
Oh,
Okay.
man. You need a Santa Paul.
They bring you baby kangaroos out of their pockets. Right?
We do have
Endless
we have Hanukkah Harry.
Hanukkah Harry.
Yeah. Well,
Tell me about
gather
Hanukkah Harry without getting us canceled.
Well, no, it's a legit thing. We all crowd around the Hanukkah bush and we wait for Hanukkah Harry to give us our 8 presents.
Okay, that sounds about right.
Now, is this bush on fire?
If you send the local news,
Do you guys do the
you might
pickle?
not want to say that.
Do you guys do the pickle tree tradition?
The pickle tree? No, but I want to look into that.
On Christmas Eve, you hide a small green pickle ornament in your tree, very hidden, and the first one to wake up and find the pickle gets a little prize.
So Christmas Day is find the pickle.
So Christmas Day, everyone tears the tree apart pretty much looking for the pickle.
I reckon Izzy could back this up.
Does anyone else have this pickle tradition? Because I explained it to somebody else and they
I only know one person that's ever talked about hiding the pickle, and I don't think he was talking about putting it in a tree, and that was Marcus.
Right on.
Todos los días.
We used to have a pickle ornament. We didn't. I mean, it was just an ornament we had, but the cat destroyed it.
It was a special ornament.
It was
That's
the
all
cat's
you're
favorite
supposed to
one.
hide.
We didn't. So that thing didn't last long at all.
Pickle in the tree for the kids. That sentence sounds wrong.
I have two of my friends had
He said that sentence sounds wrong.
birthdays, and they both do pickle tree tradition things, so I get to join them and their families in ripping apart the tree. And the mom would get really smart. She'd hide like the pickle ornament like inside of another ornament. You know,
What if
so
you hide-
it's super hard to find.
What if you hide a pickle inside of a pickle?
See, well, I don't know.
I've never heard
That's
of this.
about something else.
I'm Googling
Where's
it now.
Rob?
I had to Google Hanukkah Harry. It is a real thing.
Is
It's a
it? 'Cause I
Saturday
just
Night
made
Live.
that up.
It was on it was a Saturday Night Live sketch, wasn't it?
Oh, well, maybe that's where I got it from, but I don't remember. Yeah, because I thought I made it up.
No, Bo, I believed you. How dare you?
John Lovitz was Hanukkah Harry.
Here we go. Izzy, Hanukkah Harry.
I can confirm
Real or not
Hanukkah
real?
Harry. I cannot confirm the pickle.
What?
It's about a Puerto Rican thing.
It's It's
We
an
don't do
all-inclusive
pickles.
American thing.
I hate to
think.
admit that I'm with this guy, with Hanukkah Harry. He's a real thing, but
He's not. He's a Saturday Night Live character.
that makes him real.
That makes him real. Yeah, exactly. What the
Real
fuck's
in pop
going on?
culture.
Me and Izzy are agreeing on something.
If you look it up, it literally says a fictional character.
That's
He's
as if all the other characters aren't fictional.
You son of a
Tell me how
Santa
real Rudolph
Claus.
is.
Rudolph.
He has a
He's-
movie, so he's real.
Yeah, he's Rudolph the Boy Wonder.
That
Hanukkah Harry
confirms it.
made more than one sketch. That says anything.
Wait, the white one's your color.
Izzy, who won the battle this week?
That would have been Jen Mitt.
Really?
Yeah.
What battle?
I'm not ready.
Jen Mitt was good, man. DJ got one in, but Jen Mitt won. It was a fun battle. Oh, look at these lovely
How are you this
faces.
morning?
Does that include me, Izzy?
Sure, why not? It's Christmas.
Sweet, that was nice of you. Hey, where's my book, man?
I took care of that a while ago. Don't ask me anyway.
Bo's always complaining about where his book's at. Blame it on the mail, Izzy. Just
Because
blame
it's
it on the
true.
mail.
It's true.
I
When
don't
did
know
I
where it's
buy
at.
this?
I've been shipped that. That's been gone. Mark is the one that should be complaining where it is.
Hey, if
Oh,
we
my
can get a box to
Do I-
Remy
am I owed a book?
in under 2 weeks,
I
then I
owe
think
Mark
you can
his
get
2
him a book.
books.
You
I'm
owe me
still
a book?
waiting for my cancer book.
Marcus, not Mark.
Oh yeah, Marcus. Oh gosh.
Go back to
If
Uh,
anything,
Izzy-
Marcus deserves to call me Ishmael, not Mark.
I'm going to call you Ishmael.
Ishmael? That was a
Yeah,
great
it's-
book.
It's
Ishmael
what
was
Izzy is short for.
Is he-
government name.
Is Izzy hunting a white whale? What am I missing?
No, I'm gonna be hunting a shark soon, and his name is Jeff.
I can't say anything, but today's the day. I can't say anything, Izzy, because I owe actual Dracula, Cliff on Comics, Brother John, and someone else some mail. But today's the day I'm finally going to get that done, guys.
I have a lot of stuff I have to box up and ship out.
Is
Yeah,
one of
same
them
here. I still got 4 mystery boxes left. I want to get rid of them so I could start sending so I could start picking out who's gonna win the 2 books.
I've got
The
4
3
mystery
books actually. So want to do that before the holiday is over.
You want to pimp them out real quick?
Sure. So
Izzy has mystery boxes. There's 10 total, right?
10 total. We
There's 10
sold.
total. He's down to 4 left, so you have at least a bare minimum of 1 in 10 chance at winning any of these prizes
This is the
outside
grand
of the
one.
mystery box.
That's the grand
That's a-
prize.
That's a solid book right there.
Yeah. This is the grand prize. Second place would be Marcus, you'll like this one. Something's Killing 16.
Ooh, there are so many. There's an absurd number of variants for that issue. It's crazy.
So this is going to be the second place. And third place is going to be, let's see here. I got it here somewhere. Third place will be, you will get a sketch. Full
That
color
he'll-
too. Full color sketch. That's
that
third
he'll
place.
draw for you and then never send.
All right. What was that?
I said that he'll draw and then never send.
Again, I send it. That's been gone for a while, man.
Yeah, sure, man.
Included in the
I believe you.
included in the
Did you get
mystery
the
box.
tracking number for it, Izzy?
What was that?
Do you have the tracking number for it, Izzy?
I send it to Rob.
Oh, okay.
So Rob's the
Well,
guy.
I don't
Not
believe
me.
you. You're lying. He can get hot sauces to me within like 3 days, and you're telling me that a book can't come to me within what, 3 months?
I can tell you
Hey,
right
hey,
now, I
hey,
do not
hey.
have the book.
How long did that one take that I sent?
That was because instead of writing Unit 13, number 62, you wrote 13162.
So what are you trying to say? You're not a unit?
Yeah, I'm saying how long did it take, but it got there.
Yeah. To be technical, it actually didn't get there. There was another package that I got the card in the mail saying we missed you, and I went to the post office to pick up that, and then they gave me 2 packages, and I went, oh, I wonder what this second one is, and it was yours.
Where's the book at now?
It's on my shelf.
Oh, okay, got there.
It got there.
Got him.
He did.
No, I'm glad it did though. It's like I told you, it only had 2 options. It comes back to me or it makes it to you, and either way, it'll get to you eventually.
I know you were so chill with it that I'm like, man, I've just got to believe you, because
I mean, what other option is there?
Oh, there's like complete panic and anxiety, which is what I.
Well, no, that's just how you act while the options play out. You know what I mean? Yeah, we both had money in on that, and I wasn't worried about it. I don't see why you were.
Yeah.
I also live in a place of like postal anomalies being a daily occurrence. So I've learned
Bermuda Triangle of postal.
Yeah,
service.
I've learned a long time ago. Like for me in this area, like I don't track my mail. I have it in a tracking app, but I don't watch it. I don't expect it. I don't care. I just, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't order anything that I need in a certain time frame. I don't, if I was ordering like medicines or food, something that I needed in a certain time frame, I would care about that or pay attention to that. But anything that I order, I'm just like, it'll be here when it gets here, and who cares when it gets here?
Yeah, fair enough.
I can always peek in and look. Oh, it's delayed and lost in Atlanta. Okay, just left Atlanta. Oh, it's back in Atlanta, and it's delayed in Atlanta again. So,
well, you are in the South.
Yeah, it always shows up. Burke sent me a package. This was a couple of years ago. Burke sent me a package, and after about a month, he messaged me. He's like, "Hey, did you ever get that package? I didn't see you talk about it or post about it." I'm like, "No, it'll get here when it gets here." He's like, "All right." And then a couple of days later, he messaged me. He's like, "Hey, man, I looked up the tracking on that package. It looks like it's lost. You might want to report it." I'm like, "No, it'll get here when it gets here." I shit you not. 2 months later, it shows up like a tire tread on it, like extra stickers on it from different postal services, and I'm like, "Hey, man, package got here."
It's been to Dubai and back.
Yeah, when I told him the package showed up, it had been so long. He goes, "What package?" Like the one you sent me 3 months ago. And all the stuff inside was perfectly fine. He packaged it well.
And I was going to say, knowing Burke, it'll probably take you 3 months just to open it too.
Yeah, I think I opened it eventually.
So, Steph, I found this piece that I did when I was in college. It's not comic book related, but I think it's a beautiful piece that I think you will love.
Is that the Pietà? Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you draw that?
Yeah, this is me. I did the work.
Beautiful.
Looks nothing like you.
Yeah.
Looks beautiful. Yeah. What did you use? Charcoal?
Yeah, this is all charcoal. Charcoal on Bristol.
Mm-hmm.
So
I want to know what happened from then to now.
I don't. This, to be honest, this is me recreating art.
No, that looks awesome, Izzy.
Right?
Really
I look at it all the time. Every so often, I just look at it and be like, "What the hell happened to me?"
No, I see. That's the kind of stuff that I love, because I would also like not trace, but I would copy like Michelangelo's statues. I would draw them just to learn from them. You learn so much when you draw from the masters.
The funny thing about this piece, like the actual piece, is it's the only piece that he's ever signed.
Yeah, because someone said he didn't do it.
Yeah, so he went Michelangelo.
So that night he snuck in and put it across the back. He's like, I'll tell you who did this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start doing that, sneaking into art exhibits and signing it. Clearly, I did it. There's my name.
And that's exactly what he did. He just wrote Michelangelo.
Just mark.
Have you guys got some time off soon?
Just started.
Thank you, MJ.
I've got this weekend off, and it's my calm before the holiday run.
I don't have to go back to the office till 2025. That's the best part.
Oh wow!
Well,
you got fired. Congratulations.
I got a hybrid schedule, so Don't have to go back to the office.
Good morning, Mike. Anybody
Wow,
watch
Magic
Secret
Mike.
Level?
It's Magic
I-
Mike.
I sat down and ran through a handful of episodes. It was pretty entertaining. The Warhammer
Secret-
episode was amazing.
Mm.
Oh, is that the new animated one?
Yeah, it's a bunch of
Yeah,
cartoon
I didn't know that
shorts
was
are
out yet.
between 10 to 15 minutes each, different animation style for each one, different
Oh,
creative
okay,
team
yeah,
on each one.
Similar
Is that on
to
Amazon?
Yeah, Amazon. So they did like God, when you watch them back to back, it's easy to forget them really fast. Like they did like some ninja episode, Warhammer, Pac-Man, some like robot revolt thing, and
I'll have to
but
check
they're
that out.
they're really fun. The Warhammer one was just awesome, absolutely. What is going on, G-Man? How are you today? The Pac-Man episode was just weird as hell.
You know what I did start watching because of motherfuckers like you, Mark, and that's Superman and Lois.
Oh, you're welcome. I didn't think I could teach people taste, but it looks like I can.
Well, you did. I'm still nearly finished season 1.
Taste or badgering?
I thought, well, badgering leads to taste in this situation, so I.
Turn
No,
left
but
on
no,
the
no,
radio
in
with
fairness,
water.
how far along are you in the show?
Up to like episode 8 of season 1.
Now I'm going to give you fair warning right now. It only gets better, and it's going to start emotionally wrecking you during season 3.
Well, a friend of mine said that the first 2 seasons, even though they're good, it's more like mostly fan service, while the last 2 seasons is just amazing.
3 and 4 is next level storytelling. It's the writing, man. Like if they had these same actors doing these same scripts in a theater play, it would have the same effect. Like that's
You know
where
what
it's.
play?
If
in a
they were
theater?
just putting it on, if they were putting it on as just like a community play kind of thing in a theater,
In a
or as you
theater.
also call it, a theater.
Further? A third?
I tell you what, I hate Lois though.
Theater.
Oh, Bitsy is awesome. Just wait.
I
I
know.
thought
That's
she
great.
She
was
always
just-
looks upset. She
See,
always
that's
looks
your
pissed
problem,
off.
man. You don't like women.
Didn't you ever watch Grimm? She was awesome in Grimm.
Oh yeah, the
No,
Arnold episode
no.
was hilarious. That had
No,
a good,
she
had
really
a good
just-
ending to it too.
She never looks happy, even when she's happy.
Morning, Ben Compton.
Benny baby, what up, Ben?
Theater. Theater.
Theater.
Theater.
He's gone to watch the theater again.
Theater.
Oh, he's back. Hello.
Theater.
Had to go get mine.
But yeah, the first season I felt was a good place setter. Like it starts well. It starts really well. The second season, you're just really diving into the characters more, but it kind of feels like it gets long in the tooth in certain parts of it.
It was good though with the first season. That's the only season I really watched.
The
But
first season was really good.
What
I
show
just
are we
didn't
on
get
now?
time
Yeah.
to it.
It's all right.
The first season was really good in my opinion, because I also like kind of put like where it's coming from, because I was absolutely shocked. Like I stopped watching Flash a long time ago. I stopped watching Arrow a long time ago. Those CW shows, I mean, you can enjoy them if you want. That's great. They're trash. They're just not good.
They start
They're
strong
meant
and
for
then
like
they seem
preteens,
to like
I think.
narrow down. That was the problem
Yeah.
I had with CW shows. Like they start strong, and then somewhere along the 3rd or 4th season of those shows, they start introducing these new characters that no one cares about, but they become part of the team. So the show, instead of being a single character show, they end up becoming like a team type show.
I think the
That annoys
I
me.
think the world outpaced those shows, or didn't outpace it necessarily, but when those shows started, that's kind of a big deal to have like that kind of special effects and be doing a Flash show and bringing in these like legit like villains that you get big events, like large scale stories and stuff. But then like that all became common practice at a higher quality level with what we were getting with the MCU and all this. So it wasn't necessarily a treat just for these shows to exist anymore. They really needed to bring it. And as they went on longer, they were running out of story, and it became very rinse and repeat. Barry and Iris are arguing, and same thing with Arrow. That's why the first 3 seasons are like so strong, because it's from an era where we haven't seen this quality done like this before until we had seen it. They ran out of ideas a long time ago. So when Superman and Lois started, at the end of all that, you're like, well, this is the same actors, or are these the same Superman and Lois? And it's completely different. Hey,
That looked like it was rehearsed. Can't believe I'm agreeing with Izzy twice on one stream. It's like a fucking Bizarro episode.
You are on the opposite side of the world, so
There you go.
That is true.
Yeah, I think like especially like the Flash. The Flash tried to be the comic books and extend out to the family and so many characters. But like with comics, you can do that because it comes out one month and then you have a wait to the whole next month and you touch on those pieces again. Whereas a weekly TV show, it just got too grand, and then they would try to bring it back to that central conflict of Barry and Iris, and it's like, they've already done this, guys. They should be past this. It made it feel like these are the most immature characters that they can't resolve a conflict and move forward. They always have to come back to conflict, and it's just like,
and it just kept being repetitive. It kept doing the same tropes over and over. It'll do the same story but with like a different character. You know what I mean? And that was I loved watching The Flash. The Flash was one of my favorite ones out of all of them because I like Grant Gustin's Flash. I think he embodies the way I like Flash. But everything got like, oh god, him and Iris again, or him and the other guys. They're always bickering. This guy's leaving the group to join a new group, and then now we got this new person in, and now they have a kid in there, and that's their daughter, and we don't know what's going on with their daughter, and it was just driving me crazy. And we just said enough, and we stopped.
Yeah,
same more than 3 characters, and Izzy can't keep up. Got it.
Yeah.
That's why I know it technically was and wasn't a CW show, but like Stargirl handled it the best because that first season was very focused on her character and her family, and then it expanded out in a natural, organic way that told the story of, basically what we in the comics know as Infinity Incorporated and the JSA and so forth, and it did it in a way that was just natural and flowed.
Yeah.
And then they also, whether it was by choice or not, they ended at the right time. They didn't stretch it out for 8 seasons of the same crap over and over again.
Stargirl was actually really good.
Yeah, it was fantastic. It was fantastic.
I saw the first episode and gave up.
Quitter.
Well, I don't know who Stargirl is, so I didn't really care.
Neither do I, but I still enjoyed the show. I'm not a DC guy, but I still enjoyed the show.
So,
whatever you reckon.
You don't know. All right. There's not a kick. There's not a way to kick somebody off.
Not unless you're an admin. No. And that's the thing. Like I go on about.
Now you know how I feel, right?
Yeah. I go on about not being a DC guy, but I still love watching the shows, and I quite often will say I enjoy them more because I don't know enough about them, so I'm not going in with the history of knowledge.
Right.
So I enjoyed Arrow and Flash, and even the Legends as well. Like, that was as goofy as hell, but it was just a bit of stupid fun.
Legends was so good. I hated how much I loved Legends.
I like Legends a lot.
I never got to see Legend because it was just one too many at that time.
Yeah.
That's why I never got into Stargirl, because by the time Stargirl came out, I was so burnt out by all of these shows because I hated Arrow at the end of it. I hated Flash later on, even though I loved these shows originally. But yeah, Stargirl just came out at a time where...
Okay, did anybody watch Batwoman?
I did the first few episodes.
I started that too.
See, Batwoman, I never bothered to see because
I watched the 2 seasons that they made, and
I kept hearing a lot of bad things about that one.
What about what was the one that they just said? Gotham Knights.
I
Yeah,
actually enjoyed. I actually enjoyed that.
Yeah, but
Sorry, I
did
thought
that
you
even
were-
get how many episodes did they show of
They
that?
only did
Gotham
one
Knights
season.
didn't get picked up at all. I think it's just
It was
whatever
only
came out.
only one. It was only a 13
Yeah, whatever
episode
happened,
season.
whatever they had was what they had.
Gotham was great though.
Yeah, I enjoyed Gotham. I enjoyed Gotham.
It was so campy, like not campy, sorry. It was so comic-y, like over the top, but I loved it.
Well, that's what I liked, that Legends didn't take itself seriously. It didn't try to be, it was just kind of this. It was, quantum leap with superheroes to some extent, and it was just goofy fun. But like I said, you really should, though, if you can, go back and watch Stargirl, because it's just the most organic storytelling of any of those shows.
I actually hated that Constantine didn't go any further.
Oh, Constantine was pretty solid.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed that.
That was from the CBS era, though, right?
Yeah,
Constantine wasn't a CW show.
Constantine was NBC.
NBC.
It was NBC. Stargirl. No.
Hey, time out,
Supergirl
Marcus. Do you have Vogs on IG? I can't find him on my IG. Can you shoot him a link?
Yeah, I do. I do.
All right, sorry, Izzy.
No. So Supergirl was originally at CBS.
Mm-hmm.
Constantine was in NBC.
Yeah.
And then the rest of them were all pretty much, they were all CW. Stargirl was actually
that's a DC Universe original.
That was DC, and then
Stargirl, Swamp Thing, Titans. Those were all DC Universe.
Swamp Thing was awesome. I really enjoyed Swamp Thing.
Same thing for Harley Quinn.
Wish they had gone another season. Another couple of seasons.
It was pretty cool when they did the Crisis event. I did go in and just watch that 2-parter, and how they had the little moment where they just bounced around and cameoed all the different DC shows and stuff. They even had Knox from Tim Burton's Batman sitting on the bench looking up at the red skies and everything.
That was great.
Yeah, Constantine crossover with Lucifer. I forgot about that one.
Yeah. That was only brief though, but
it counts. It counts. Yeah. And Constantine popped up in the Crisis thing too, didn't he? Because it in
well, then he went to Legends.
Ollie talked to him when he was like on his journey to do the Spectre thing, which was pretty cool.
Good morning.
What's up, Vogsy?
Hey, Vogsy.
Fucking hell, that was quick, Vogs.
I'm at work. That's why my camera's off, but we're slow. So
we want to say that sexy vest.
You slinging Christmas trees?
We were, yeah, the last few days. Sexy vest.
Sexy vest.
Sexy vest. No, we sold so many. No, I had a woman, Mark's week of Christmas trees yesterday. Old lady comes up with a cane, and she's like, "You would be able to sell more Christmas trees if the needles didn't fall off." And I'm like, I'm thinking to myself, it's a bunch of it's Christmas trees they shed. And I told her, I said to her, I said, "Ma'am, we actually," she's like, "Have you guys done sales?" I'm like, "Yeah, we had a Black Friday deal on Black Friday for 4 days." She's like, "When's the next one?" I'm like,
Black Friday.
I don't get told.
Hey, Vogsy, next time you get one of those situations, just say, "Yes, ma'am, you're right. I'll go get the super glue right now and fix these trees."
Every single one.
I should. I really should. I really should.
Just make her feel good that you agree with her, then make her feel like a fucking idiot and walk off.
Ask her if she's heard of the Christmas pickle.
Hey, Rob, morning.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah. No, we sold quite a few hundred. We still have a lot remaining.
Yeah, we went and got our tree last night and letting it fall out overnight. It looks fantastic. It's great waking up to the aroma of Christmas.
Yes. Yeah, we haven't gotten ours, but I'm assuming my dad's going to come this weekend to get it from here. So, yeah. Normally we go to a Christmas tree area near our house, but since I work here and I get a discount, it kind of works.
Put one in the back for
Stephanie.
Keeps the needles.
There you go, Steph.
What up, Robin? Here's my Christmas tree.
Hi, Stephanie.
So adorable.
Hi, Stephanie.
Hi, well,
It's got little balls.
Where's the pickle?
Oh, you got little balls. Hey, Bo.
Yo.
Miss you, bro.
I miss you too, brother. When are you going to start calling me again at 1 o'clock in the morning and deep breathing?
Dude, I'm gonna have to do an all-nighter one day just to go on Ozzyverse.
Yeah, man. You know how hard it is to get to sleep these days since I got addicted to your breathing? It was like a white noise on the phone. Tell him the real way you used to do it. It was
Just trying to pull off his best Darth Vader.
You sexy bitch.
How are you, Rob? Everyone was speculating you'd fallen asleep in your recliner.
No, I've been sick the last 24 hours, and
oh no!
So I've actually slept. I did sleep a lot in my recliner yesterday. I went to bed early last night, and I've just my alarm. I remember both my alarms going off, and I just never made it out of bed.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Rob. I'm going to find room in my heart to forgive you.
How are you sick?
Hey, you didn't even try calling me. But it looks like you got enough people.
Interrupt you.
You had a few people show up though, which was nice.
I begged him for a link right away, so at least I was here.
Yeah, I would have been sick for Rob. Would have been a little sooner. Got the roofing stuff happening today, Rob.
How long did you say you were sick for, Rob?
24 hours. I love
the past day. I woke up
sick the last 24 hours, but then it's done. That's your time.
I wish. I woke up. I feel better this morning than I did yesterday morning when I woke up. That's for sure.
I think the answer really should have been like 50
How did your live stream go, Rob?
It was fine. I mean, it was just a quick unboxing of 4.
That was fire too, man.
Slabs,
those art pieces they were awesome. That Dick Tracy, I was like, man, I'm gonna go to Rob's house and steal that.
It's so clean. It's so
for you, John.
Clean. It's beautiful.
It's fire.
House and steal his dick.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna steal the Declaration of Independence.
My biggest thing on it was sad that with the special that CBCS is running on the verification that I didn't have any more books left. Yeah, I took advantage of their past couple 25% off deals.
That wasn't your
all
book,
of a sudden,
by the way.
I'm out.
Sorry.
I'm all out. I'm all, God damn it.
Did Mark just show off my book or what?
Yeah, Izzy sent it to me and I'm keeping it.
Oh, well, that's a shame for me.
Oh,
That's a steal book.
I'm scanning in digital codes from these recent steelbook pickups.
Nice.
Izzy's blaming you, Rob, for never sending me my book, and I'm like, that's not true because Izzy's the asshole here. So can you spin it back on him and say that he never sent it to you or something?
Yeah, I never got anything to send out Bo.
There you go, Izzy.
Oh,
boom, boom, mic drop.
This is for C3.
Yeah,
man.
C3 piece.
That's all right. I always knew Izzy was a piece of shit.
What was it?
Venom.
Yeah.
Maybe it's in my box. Maybe it's in my box.
No,
that I haven't opened yet.
Anything that's in your box, I don't want to touch.
Oh, that would be funny if it's in your box.
That's right.
If it is, I would have labeled it. Can you get this to Bo? But
yeah, which would be fine. I can do that
because I wrote all the names in the back. If that's the case, you might want to.
How many boxes are
actually.
you getting, Simon, that you don't know if one of my comics is in your box?
He's just sitting on it. For a man who likes to do unboxings, he's decided that he's going to be like Mark and not unbox stuff that comes from Rob.
Well, now that I'm officially on holidays,
Rob.
I will get it done.
I'll be honest. I got rid of it. I guarantee you, I did.
You're a liar,
because the only thing I have is Dave's shipment. Is all I have left here. So.
See, I knew there was something fishy going on. Like I said earlier, you send me hot sauces within 3 days, and a comic takes 2 months. I'm telling you, Izzy's just lying. Izzy took the money and then he just burnt the book.
First of all, there was no money to take, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, yeah, that's right. Didn't go to you or shit.
All I can say is I scored a nice Venom head sketch on a sketch cover.
It's a great looking Venom too. It's one of my favorite pieces too. So
you
I don't remember what it looks like.
I'm sure someone's gonna enjoy it.
It's lost out there in the ether, but it's one of the best things I've ever done.
If I put it in with your
It's like
stuff, Spidey, I
Bitcoin.
don't
You own it,
remember
but you
doing
don't
so.
really
But
see it.
Oh, what if I send you this piece? What if I send you this? Is this you get the
That is
pieta?
actually really, really nice, and I'd
You're gonna
accept
send them
that.
your
but-
pieta?
The pieta.
But it's not Venom.
Hang on, is that something
Venom.
Adam
If you
wants?
want me to, I could draw a little Venom in the corner here, about to, eat.
Hang on,
Mother
if
Mary.
I'll take that
How
if that's
Spidey
something Adam
hanging
wants.
down on the left a little.
Just have a little Venom.
Just have
face
Spidey
right
hanging
there.
down.
I'm sure
Can
there's
you
a
call out-
Pieta version of Spidey somewhere, right? I feel like I've seen that image before.
Really?
Captain Marvel. Yeah, I know
Marcus.
that much.
we know you, sir.
Hey, Izzy,
Well, Mark
how's
was asking who's
Kevin's
Marcus.
sketch coming along?
Oh,
Kevin's sketch is. I gotta color it. I put it somewhere over here. Let me see if I can find it. If I find it, I'll show it to you guys.
just put a Venom tongue on that Mother Mary and call it a day.
Oh my!
Oh my!
Oh my!
Will, are you at work?
I mean, I bet that would sell for a lot of money, Taylor. Now that you mention it.
It could be a whole thing. It's venomized religious figures.
Oh, whoa! Did you just create a whole new thing?
That's right.
All
I'll have to
I'm
find
gonna-
it.
I feel like some
No
people
worries,
think you're going to
Izzy.
hell now, Rob.
I'm bagsing a Venom Moses.
Oh, wait, you think now? Jeez.
Is
According
he?
to my mother, I've already been destined there for a long time.
I want a Venom
Before
Moses.
you
the hell?
picture Jesus on the cross with the venom tongue coming out, okay?
The day
Trust
the
me.
day I
I'm
chose not
sure
to be
someone's
dead.
done it.
I wouldn't be
I would
so
not
sure.
be surprised.
Will, are you at work?
I feel like there's money in that idea. I mean, if
Of
you're
course
not
there
afraid
is.
of going, if as long as you're not afraid of going to hell, I'm a little afraid. So
Yeah, like a little Cletus Cassidy getting nailed to the cross, and like the symbiote coming out as the.
oh,
Oh, that is
I
brilliant. I,
think
love
they
that.
should nail the tongue as well.
Oh my god, madam! Yes, that is fucking perfect.
You know. I feel
that
like
is great.
I'm gonna get a talking to someday because of this conversation.
I'm sorry, Izzy.
Just make sure this weekend you go by the church and confess. I was in a conversation where some people were being
We're gonna
blasphemous.
confess.
Yeah,
We're
That's
gonna
we don't
Venom
do
confess.
confessions in my church.
I'm Jewish.
just
I don't
not
believe
like
in Jesus. There you go. There's your confession.
Well, no, you believe he was a nice guy.
Yeah.
Sure, if you say so. Maybe he was. Maybe he wasn't. I don't know.
I thought the Jews
Oh,
thought
okay.
that Jesus was just a great prophet.
Yeah, they accept him as a prophet. Yeah.
Yeah, so that and Islam also recognizes Jesus, but it's
Yeah, I know
not-
about Islam.
yeah.
I didn't know about
only
Judaism.
only Christianity sees him as the Son of God, and only they came up with that like in 300 AD. So
You don't recognize him unless he was like walking past me like this.
I don't
That's the
know if
only way.
that's. I'll have to look that up.
Where does
I'm
he
not
rank?
100% that's
Where does
true.
he rank with Hanukkah Harry?
Pretty sure they recognize him in like 0 AD, right?
no,
So I see someone in DeviantArt did a piece, but it's DeviantArt, so I found
Yeah.
something.
Jesus is not. Yeah, bloody.
This is
hell.
I found this image, which
Alan, whoa,
Stephanie, I
Alan.
need to send you a picture of the Wonder Woman comics. I thought when you did that duel with Fanboy, I'm like, no one invites me. I collect Prism Wonder Woman.
Is
Yeah,
Alan
I'm not-
slowly working his way to try to get Izzy to draw Muhammad?
no, I'm not gonna do that.
No,
I won't go that far.
no. Please.
I ain't going
don't want
there.
that smoke.
He would have to go into
I like
that's
it.
going
Marcus
into,
don't want that
I
smoke.
don't want that smoke.
that's going into South Park territory.
A live drawing stream.
Oh,
This whole
That's
yeah.
so chill. This Tuesday.
No.
Watch Izzy get demonetized.
This whole stream's
Actually,
going to hell.
no, not in this day and age. This day and age, I probably make the most amount of money out of that stream.
Yeah,
Nah,
probably.
I ain't doing it.
You get a lot of
YouTube
death
wouldn't
threats,
allow
though,
you
brother.
to do that stream.
Yeah, you'll make the most money out of the stream, but then never upload it, just like sending your books.
Or do a members only one.
Oh, jeez.
They'd still get you. I can get some too. I doubt you can get
I'm
anybody.
just
to do
saying,
that.
just ask Simon to open the box. That's all I'm
No,
saying.
it's way no. I don't even want the book now. It's way more fun to just play the violin and give you shit.
Oh,
Very
the
little,
problem
a very
is it doesn't
little one.
affect me. You're not bothering me by saying anything. I'm like, okay.
It is a
Yeah,
lot more
I did love
entertaining than
Brother
say I got
John.
the thanks a lot.
I said
Mark,
it out.
see Brother John's icon. It's Paul with the Christmas.
It got lost in the air.
That's, by the way, in honor of Guess That Keys Christmas episode this Wednesday night, the 19th.
Yeah, it's
with
the
Mark.
mega giveaway episode.
Mega giveaway. Mark
And-
and Paul and Jesus and Jake, right?
Yep.
And I told Mark in the new year I definitely want to be on Guess That Key now that I have some keys in my collection.
You never told me that.
I did know.
And Mark, and it's not Mark's show. You'd have to contact Paul.
Yeah, exactly.
I messaged Paul.
That might be why I don't remember. I just
Still
filed it away under
waking up.
forget it.
Yeah.
You got to know which
I
one's
messaged
actually Mark.
Busy, and I'm like,
Not my problem.
Fun. I messaged Busy. I said, it'd be fun, me versus random riffs in a comic book battle. And Izzy's like, I don't know if you can handle it. Oh, come on, Izzy.
No, I didn't say I don't know you couldn't handle it. I said you can't handle it.
Oh, I could.
Izzy knows you can't handle it, he said.
You can't handle the truth.
I could just see Lossy do a comic battle. It's like, okay, who's gonna win? Yeah, you're right. I guess I'm wrong.
No, you're
That's the whole
right.
show.
I couldn't. No,
Oh, there it is.
I have a serious question for you guys. How many of you are wrapping your Christmas presents with some old comic books?
No.
What?
None of us.
That's
You know how long
blasphemy.
that would take?
Who do you think we are? Lee from Whack Comics?
I don't know. I just think that would be a brilliant.
What was the
Well,
question?
I'm not gonna do that, but I will send you some 11x7 pieces of wrapping paper and let you wrap your own gifts with 11x7 sheets of wrapping paper. Just
I don't even-
little bitty squares. Just start wrapping.
I kind of lucked out. My
You're
mom.
gonna need a lot of chicken.
My mom ended up
Yeah.
making like 100 Christmas bags out of cloth.
Wow.
So we could use them
Year
every
325, the Nicene Creed. Thank you. All right.
Izzy, I wasn't trying to call you out, by the way. It was a joke.
You're
Glad
in the
you
same
clarified
boat
that.
as Bo, in which you didn't say
hang
anything to
on.
bother me.
I'm just very glad that you clarified that because everybody on this panel thought you were starting something.
You got to be started some.
Something.
You want to be started some.
Check this one out.
Stuck in the middle. Yeah.
This is 4 times
Marcus is
9.
dancing already. Mark.
4
That's my
times 9.
jam. What do you want from me?
Look at that.
I have
That one's written all over, Izzy. That one's not good.
I know, but it's Michael Turner.
You might as well pull the pages out and use that for wrapping paper.
Yeah, we gotta use
That's
this
good
as wrapping paper.
material right there.
It's gorgeous.
That one's written all over it. Oh, good
Yeah.
Lord, but-
I can imagine someone says, someone wrote all over this book.
Do you want to see my first non-comic Kickstarter?
4 different people.
Not
owned
really.
Okay.
So hey, what's up with all these drones everywhere?
I don't know. They're freaking me out though, and they're not even by me. I feel bad for everyone in New Jersey.
I don't know what you're talking about.
There's dude, it's been all over the news. There's been
Dude, I don't pay attention to anything.
no, there's been press briefings over them. There's been White House statements over them. There's an unprecedented amount of drones that are flying near bases over New Jersey that they're trying to figure out whose drones they are. Like what country owns these drones that are
Knock them down.
That's my thing. Like
They aren't gonna do it.
I don't
In fact,
understand.
if you try to shoot one down, you're gonna go to jail.
Yeah, they're like, we don't know whose they are and y'all can't shoot it. Like that's crazy. Like you wouldn't see that happening in some states.
You don't see me flying over Texas, do you?
Yeah,
Because goes down.
I forget there's a rule with drones. You can only fly at X amount of airspace.
They're
Well, yeah,
flying
but then
low. but they're freaking everybody out because they have
It's the
lights. So they
size
can
of the
shut the lights
drones.
off.
Didn't
It
this
has a
happen
lot to
last
do with the
year?
size
or-
of the
I
drone.
mean, we've seen this before, right? This is not a new thing.
I don't
No,
think
this is
we
a
had-
ton of
We
them.
had drones
Yeah,
that
An
came
invasion
through
of
before.
drones.
And they were like, "Oh, it's from China," and they made a big deal out of it. And then
Well,
they just,
there was that Chinese spy balloon that was
Yeah, the
was
spy-
from
Yeah, I
China
remember the spy
that
balloon.
was a big deal, and the fact that our government didn't shoot it down is fucking crazy.
Oh no, Mark, we shot it down after it got over the ocean.
Yes, and it
didn't
fell on the
matter
ocean.
anymore.
well,
Yeah,
they were
they got all
gathering,
the
they
information
were
they
gathering
needed, and
intel.
then-
I know.
They shot it down eventually.
Yeah,
But
That's
they
what
were-
happened to your book, Bo. It was shot down
but-
when it was in the
was
but
grabbed
they,
by
sh-
a
they,
drone.
they,
Right
how
now.
much
A
does a
drone
missile
they-
cost? How they use that to shoot down a balloon that captured the same information you can get on Google Maps.
Right.
7,386.
Well,
Yeah, let's just buy a missile.
did you know that you, as just a regular old resident, can black out Google Maps? Like if you don't want your home on Google Maps, all you do is you just go in and redact your home. Just like in the old school days, if you didn't want to be in the phone book, you didn't have to be in the phone book. You can just put yourself as unlisted. So Google Maps is only public accessible information if the person is okay with their information being publicly accessible. So there's things on Google Maps that you can't go get. There's
Damn it, they know where my house is now.
huh?
Now they
Just
know where
blurt
my
it out.
house is.
So now we know that Mark's house is just a big giant black box.
See you, Spidey.
And
Right, but
Rob,
the
I do
Chinese
they're
know
big
where it
find
is
some
because of the
drones.
balloon.
They did
Yeah,
find
it's
some
got a
drones
big
flying
balloon.
over Temecula.
I see a bird out here, John. I'm fairly certain that's not a real bird.
You shoot it
Yeah,
just to be safe.
I did picture like a bunch of people with their Daisy Red Rider car rider out there trying to save the country from the front yard.
Stupid
I imagine
bird.
a green goblin on
Stupid
one of
bird
them
looking
riding
at
one
me
of them.
funny. That
Heck
stupid
yeah.
bird looking at me funny.
The hobgoblin, is that right? Who rides the
Well,
hobgoblin?
Alan has a conspiracy theory. Seems like a nothing burger to me after reading an article.
The drones are from Canada's intelligence agency because the NSA is not allowed to spy on American citizens without warrant or cause, so Canada does the dirty work for them. Yeah, and it's also been 1,000% confirmed, not a conspiracy, that America does spy on Americans without warrants or calls. I mean, that's
Yeah, I don't think that. I think
they
that's.
wouldn't need to ask anybody else; they would just do it themselves.
I don't.
Yeah.
First off, I think they would have no problem spying on anybody, and second off, I don't think Canada gives a shit.
Yeah, and I don't think it's a matter with having a problem doing it. They've done it. Like that's the whole Snowden thing. Like the level in which they do it is what would blow people's minds. Like these webcams we're using, like confirmed, they actively turn them on, watch what people are doing. They bank the data. Like that's what Snowden got in trouble for whistleblowing on.
Wow.
Yep, I remember that whole.
Shut up, Gary.
To me,
Well, I think the drones are I think the drones are very similar to like your big brother, like
What do you mean?
like holding your head and being like, "You can't touch me! You can't touch me! You can't touch me! You can't touch me! You can't touch me!" It's like just kind of messing with
Can't
us.
touch
it'd be funny if someone just got their drone.
Go.
If someone got their drone and just went and joined the herd and just stayed with, just went and just, I'm here for the party.
And there were thousands, and it was Mysterio from the Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, exactly. They're working their way up to that.
What's real? It's all a simulation.
They're testing out. This is the first step in testing Project Bluebeam.
It's just a matter of time till those drones have machine guns on them. We're so screwed.
Oh yeah, we're done.
I mean, they already
biologics
do,
on them. We
Yeah,
shoot them down. And
some already do. I don't know if y'all see what they're using drones for over in the Russian-Ukraine war, but it's savage.
The Predator drone didn't get that name because it shot great pictures.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But those are like what do they call those, UAVs? Or something like the actual like plane-sized drones that they use.
Yep, UAVs.
But the ones that
UAVs are technically for just gathering information. Once you start mounting weapons on it, it's not a UAV anymore. It's a drone. It's ready to strike.
Yeah, but yeah, they have like I thought they had like because of just like the difference in capabilities, like a different designation or name that they use for like those actual small plane-sized drones that are like active for combat. They're still like unmanned, but
Right.
couldn't remember what it was.
What about woman?
Because they're fixed wing, right? They have to take off from a landing strip. So they're wondering if they're coming off of like a boat or something because they're all coming from the ocean.
Yeah, I don't know.
The article I read said they don't think it's a foreign entity, but
Sounds like something
But-
they'd say.
What does
Sound
that
like a
mean?
bunch of teenagers.
I don't think they know actually.
It's those damn meddling kids.
Yeah, this sounds corny as hell, but watching that show Lioness, I feel like it gives you like a good concept of how much actually happens without public knowledge and how much stuff happens on like kind of everything's on the edge of the seat for people who are actively like having to do stuff, go back and forth with other countries. It doesn't go across the public's eyes, their attention, and that kind of stuff has been like it hasn't been common knowledge, but it's been accessible knowledge for a long time. Like the stuff that the CIA does, like the moves they make and the stuff they do, and it kind of just makes me not believe even more anything I read in the paper. And these people know exactly what's going on, and they're not going to be forthright about anything. And that's just given enough time that
You get some of that house
Why would they share it?
well, because that's how it's supposed to work.
But
Like-
if they feel that it's going to cause mass hysteria, why would they share it?
That's well, because they're not my fucking parent, so it's not their decision to decide what I might get hysterical about or not. That they don't own me, they don't belong to me, they don't make my life decisions for me. So that's how I feel about that stuff.
Yeah.
It's the same way
Like, I'm with you.
JFK
I
talked about
agree
it.
with you.
I would say go
that's the way
back
they
and
look
watch
at it.
JFK's speech on the government and the secret branches and arms of the government and how dangerous that is. I feel very strongly that I agree with his stance on that. It's just a dangerous thing.
Perry, get to work, please.
Perry's going full Alex Jones, and that breaks people's hearts that came out to be true, unfortunately.
What, the frogs are gay?
Yeah, the chemical compound that was coming out of the water, that it was actually it wasn't turning them gay. It was literally changing their gender 100%. Like male frogs literally turned female and even had offspring in the area where that water was coming out at. It's easily Googleable now. It wasn't when he first started making that rant. They got memed years ago about the frogs turning gay, but it's easily Googleable now, and you can see it for yourself. It's scary.
It's better than the frogs falling in love with pigs.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
All right, that's enough real world for me. I'm catching you next time.
Yeah.
So,
Watch out for the frogs.
yeah,
Good luck on
just
that package.
Oh shit.
Yeah, maybe a drone will come by and drop it off.
Fuck you, Izzy.
Oh, that's the biggest twist. These are all just Amazon workers for the holiday season. They had to staff up.
I feel bad if he really didn't get it because I did send it.
What do y'all got going on for the weekend? It's the holiday season. I know people got a lot of running around they got to do. A lot of last minute stuff that's not so last minute.
Yeah, I got a Christmas shop still, so that's a problem.
I got a
Yeah, that's a
potluck that I got invited to. Got to go to Rockefeller Center.
Nice. You said that like it's a bad thing. Is a tree there?
Yeah, there's a tree there. I already saw it.
Did you ice skate there?
Well, the reason why I say it that way is because I have family from my wife's side coming over, and I've never been a fan of that.
Oh, you're taking them to go see the Rockefeller?
Dang.
Yeah,
Yeah, it gets crowded there.
It's a good place to
Just a little
misplace
crowded.
people, Izzy.
I'm gonna
Oh, we
put
got
that.
lost.
It's like it's a tree.
Is it like?
Look,
I mean, I've seen it in movies and stuff, but is it big as shit? Like, isn't that?
No, it
isn't
is
that a
big.
spectacle
It
to
is
see
big.
a giant
It's
ass
impressive.
Christmas tree like that?
But it's impressive, but it's not just the tree, it's just the overall atmosphere. So you got Rockefeller Center, you got like the angels, the statues of the angels across the street. You got St. Patrick's Cathedral. You have Saks Fifth Avenue, and they usually do like this light show, but I think they stopped it this year. Also, across the corner is the Lego store, and that's actually really cool. So it's kind of just the whole neighborhood in itself.
Is he like this giant, beautiful tree decorated and lit up? It's okay, but this fucking pile of plastic. Oh, this is great. Look at these Legos.
Trust me.
I like how he's like, it's all just dope, but I don't want my in-laws seeing that shit.
But Lozzie does need to fix
I don't want them having fun. They'll want to come back.
Yeah, I don't want them to come back. So we're not going there.
But I'm assuming like no one knows you're on this show.
I'm just happy my
brother's watch it.
My brother's flying in from Europe in 2 weeks, so I don't see him a lot, so that'll be fun.
That's nice. How long is he staying for?
Let's see. I think he's in here for a few days, and then we're meeting him in Florida in early January. So he's in the U.S. for maybe a week and a half. I don't know.
Nice. Does he live full time in Europe?
He does.
Where in Europe?
Berlin.
Oh.
So Germany.
Yep.
So he's a big David Hasselhoff fan.
Not really.
Ask him if his drone got here early.
She's like, I was looking for it, but it looks just like the one in New Jersey.
Craven the Hunter is so bad it feels like a prank. Ooh,
you saw it?
From Screen Crush. No, Screen Crush just dropped a video. Ew, that sounds.
They said it wasn't going to be good.
Ooh.
Every review I heard has said this is terrible.
I could tell it was terrible from the trailer.
I kind of like the way it looks.
It looks terrible to me. Same as Madam Web.
Oh, that's different. Madam Web.
No, I feel like the trailers tell you when the trailers have nothing in them, it tells you that there's nothing in the movie either.
That's a fair assessment.
I feel like it's got Aaron Taylor Johnson in it. It's it's going to have some level of good to me. I dig that dude.
Yeah, he's actually a really good actor. But he seems to be playing the same kind of role everywhere he's going lately.
Yeah, Craven the Hunter runs really fast. Quicksilver runs really fast.
Yeah. It's the long hair, googly eyes. That kind of guy. The guy always like. So, yeah. I'm gonna pass on that one too. I'll wait till it's on streaming in 2 weeks.
I never watched the Sony movies.
What's that other gentleman's name? Brian Tyree Henry. They were the best part of Bullet Train. I thought that movie was.
Oh my God, yes, dude. They were amazing in that. What was his Lemon and who was the other one?
I can't remember. That they were brothers was the best part.
I like how it's been reused so many times on social media. The scene where he's running back to catch up with the train and he's punching out the window, and it's always some stuff like with some heartbreaking music playing. It's like they tell you can see your kid, your child as a baby one more time, and it's like him just punching the window out at all costs, getting back into the train. But they were fantastic in that. Their dynamic was great. They should,
Lemon and Tangerine.
Yeah, Lemon and Tangerine. I would legit watch a spin-off series just following their careers as hitmen.
Man, this movie went completely off my radar. I've never seen this thing before.
Bullet Train. Oh my God, it's so good.
Bullet Train.
Fantastic.
There was a lot of trailers before it came out. There was a lot of trailers, and then when it finally came out, no one really talked about it until afterwards. Because wasn't it like an August release or something like that?
I don't remember. The only person I remember talking about it as it was in theaters was Eman.
Yeah. And you were distracted by the hair, I take it.
Of course.
Yeah.
So. It's a pretty thin story, but it's so well. The direction and the cinematography for it and all the effects are fantastic. It's Brad Pitt getting to be Brad Pitt for a little while, and then you have all these other interesting characters around him that really allows him to kind of just let everybody else be as kind of wild and goofy and weird as needs to be, where he tries to play the straight man through the whole thing. And it's just It's fun. It's not a whole lot of story to it.
But it's meant to be like one of those action movies that it just has, hey, look who's here. Hey, look who's here. Hey, look who's here in this scene and that. So
Smoking Aces. It was like a modern day Smoking Aces.
Yeah.
I remember when Smoking Aces was a modern day Smoking Aces.
Well, Smoking Aces has got to be like 25 years old now, Marcus.
I know.
We're getting old.
That's 20. It's 18, buddy. Give me those years back.
You got him.
What kind of medicine have you taken?
None.
You haven't taken anything?
No.
You're not sick enough?
Not for this, no.
Okay.
It's just a general very lethargic and
Just
chills.
Needed a couple extra hours in the recliner.
I didn't know if you're Benadrylled up over there or what's going on. So.
No.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Coffee and water. Coffee and water.
Evil says Bullet Train was mid.
Okay. Yeah. I was saying Mark might be overhyping it a little bit. I mean, it was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun as shit, Rob.
Yeah, I think if you go into it not expecting Shakespeare or, not expecting a whole lot of story. I mean, if character shows up on screen, there's a conflict with some other character that's going to build. And it's going to be a small, minimal thing, or you're not going to know what that conflict is, but it's going to lead them to some kind of fight interaction that's looks really cool.
The action was spectacular. The comedy was on point. The vast number of different characters was enjoyable the whole time. The story was serviceable. It had a great cameo ending and a very surprising scale ending at the tail end there that gets even more comical. Like it borders on like unbelievable in a good way. Like it's like Smoking Aces. It's excess. By the end, it's fun.
Yeah, Joey King's really good in it. You even have little cameos. They clearly dropped in Bad Bunny for like a recognition.
Just because, right?
Yeah, just because. But it's all. I mean, it's just goofy fun.
Well, ironically, I couldn't recognize him in a lineup.
What movie?
Bullet Train.
Bullet Train.
I still haven't seen that. Looks good.
Rob said it sucks. I'm just messing with you, Rob. I'm sorry, man. I don't feel good. I'm sorry.
You had Sonata in the movie.
He feels so bad.
If you look at IMDb, though, it does say Rob was the target audience.
missed that, Mark.
Named Rob. Guy's named Rob. Anybody else? No.
Yeah, but at the end it says some guy that's into a stack. That's what it talks about. That's the IMDb for it. Bullet Train. I'll watch it. I still haven't watched it, but I'll watch it.
It's definitely worth the watch. Like I've seen it. I haven't gone out and bought it. Like I'll pick up a copy when I find one on a good sale deal one day, but definitely worth the watch.
Brian Tyree Henry's in it.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He's good in anything.
Megatron, the MonsterVerse, like he's always great.
Did you guys
Sandra
see
Bullock's in it? I didn't know Sandra Bullock was in it.
Yeah, she's the boss.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the funny video with Ryan Reynolds put out with Deadpool and Kidpool?
Oh yeah, the
Wonder
charity
Woman?
video. Yeah.
Linda Carter.
Don't spoil it, man.
It's nothing to spoil. It's a commercial for donating for kids stuff for Christmas.
Yeah, it's Deadpool, Kidpool, and Linda Carter. So funny.
I just watched I watch weird, boring stuff, but the actor on actor video that Variety does that series, yeah, with Ryan Reynolds and Andrew Garfield.
Wow, that's a whole different
I heard
level.
about that.
Actor on actor of Ryan Reynolds and Garfield. Wow, did someone like Lift know?
You're watching a different one.
Mondays, am I right?
That was the behind the scenes video.
Yeah, not an unboxing video.
Oh, John, do you see the trailer for Reacher season 3?
Heck yeah. Where did they find a dude more massive than him? Holy
They found a legitimate giant from the Old Testament.
They really did. I had to watch it like several times and make sure that's not CGI, and then look it up, and I was like, "That's a real dude."
Yo, watching Alan Ritchson walk up to somebody and then have to look up to see them is just that's wild.
It was
How big is Richard?
Huge.
He's like 6'8". Like he's
Yeah,
not a little dude.
Has he been
That must be
offered
really
any
weird,
like
Mark, like having to
Marvel?
walk up to someone, look up.
Has he been offered
He's
anything like
6'3".
Marvel or DC?
He's 6'3".
So this guy's got to be like 7'5" at least. This guy looked like he was a whole head taller than Reacher. Like he was up there.
Well, it can make him six. Like if Richard's 6'3", then he has to be like 6'9" to be a head taller.
I think his head was bigger than that, Rob. I can double check. This dude's huge, man. It was like unnatural looking.
No.
Andre the Giant.
Andre the Giant was 7'4".
Was he?
Yeah.
How much did he weigh?
Depends upon whether he actually stepped on a scale, or if you believe what the if you believe what he was billed at.
Yeah, the promo weight.
Yeah.
Coming in at 9,000 pounds, we have Andre the Giant.
His promo weight was about 500, I think. That's what they advertised.
I think the thing is, though, I thought 7'4" was his promo height too. It may not have been his actual height.
He was definitely
You're telling us that they're not telling us the truth when we watch wrestling?
I just know from watching the Princess
attention-
Bride, he's much taller than a
Truthiness is kind of
this guy is 7'2".
7'2". Good gosh.
Who is he?
Yeah.
Olivier Richards. He's a Dutch bodybuilder and actor.
Of course,
7'2".
So Andre the Giant was
350 pounds.
According to Wikipedia, according to Wikipedia, it says his height was 7'4" and 5'20".
Okay, there you go. That must be true.
Yeah,
Wikipedia is never wrong.
In his case, it might actually be true.
No, I'm not arguing those. I was never there, so.
Sound like you're arguing.
I got.
Well,
I had a chance to see him. I got to see him live.
You did?
Yeah. I saw him face the Ultimate Warrior, and dude was huge.
Who won?
No, it was a no contest.
Oh,
that was so earnest how you asked. Like you really cared. Who won?
The dude's pretty big.
Yeah.
That reminds me of Punisher. Remember Punisher, the first Punisher movie?
Yeah, where he fought Kevin Nash.
Yeah, Kevin Nash was the Russian.
The Russian.
Underrated.
They recast him for Deadpool and Wolverine. It would have been cool to see.
No, that was so bad, man. It could have just get Kevin Nash to do it.
I didn't realize that they recast and had the Ben Affleck bullseye in it when I first saw it in theaters. Not until I saw like some of the posts online afterwards. And the second time I saw it, I noticed him. But they recast Bullseye completely. They race swapped him. So like in your mind, like nothing similar about him because the suit was so generic, and they're all sitting there in generic outfits with all the extras in the compound. But he was in there.
Yeah, there was they recast a couple of those guys. Obviously, Vinnie Jones's Juggernaut was recast as well.
Yeah, they had the chick from X-Men 3, the one Zap Boom Fast.
What's her name? Oh my goodness, what's her name?
I forget.
Leader of the Morlocks.
Morlocks, yeah.
Yeah.
He had 3 rows of teeth? Is that true?
Who?
Oh yeah, gotta be.
It's gotta be.
Gotta be true, man. Who will make that stuff up?
Hulk Hogan.
Isn't he a real American hero?
He is.
Yeah. A hell of a guitar
player. The rights for every man.
American hero.
He's not G.I. Joe.
How did he get the song and not Sergeant Slaughter? Speaking of which, tomorrow, Saturday night main event, they're going to bring back the Golden Eagle.
Golden Eagle. What if it's not that?
It has to be.
I mean, that's what everyone's saying.
At this point, it has to be. I just hope it's not a modified version. That's what I don't want.
I think it's going to be funny if he comes out in like Ric Flair's old jacket. That's why it was shining gold because
Shiny gold. It would have been better if he would have opened it up and just all the feathers were just flying off.
Yeah.
So, how many Hall of Famers do you think they're going to have in attendance for this?
They're saying Hogan, Ventura, which
Ventura's going to be there, which is awesome.
He's going to be doing play-by-play, yeah.
Dude, they better have him on commentary. That's
what they said. He was coming back for commentary.
Okay, I'm about to say they'd be out their mind not to have him on commentary.
Yeah. So Jimmy Hart, they said, was another one. Who else?
Shaq says maybe it'll be the big gold.
I don't think it's the big gold. Saturday Night's main event, man. The big gold never made it to Saturday's main event, so it makes no sense.
What is I haven't been following. Is this like the old wing
Yeah,
eagle
the classic, the belt that Hogan held, that eventually Macho Man held, that one.
Yeah, it's like everybody's favorite era wrestling belt because it just looked the coolest.
It did look the coolest. So is somebody fighting for it?
No, Cody's defending it.
So for one night only, they're gonna do a nostalgic trip, and they're letting him use that belt for that night.
Well, they haven't made the official announcement. They did a teaser promo.
Like
that if you know, you know.
Which kind of then
so it's like him and Owens or somebody that's kind of hot right now. Who's he defending it against?
It doesn't matter because by teasing the fact that he's going to have a special belt for one night, you have foreshadowed that Cody's going to win. And
okay. How many Saturday Night's main events have we watched in the past that they've actually traded the belts? One.
None.
But that still doesn't answer John's question. Who's he wrestling against, or is it a surprise? You
Kevin
find
Owens.
Yeah. It is Owens. That's why I thought. I thought that would be. He's kind of.
It's going to be a good fight. Kevin Owens is a great wrestler.
Yeah, it should be.
I doubt I'll watch it. He's a great worker.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say wrestler, but he's a great worker.
Well, you know what I mean in that way. You know, Daniel Bryan's a great wrestler. It should be fun. What would be cool is that if Gunther gets Ric Flair's belt, comes out with Ric Flair's belt, no one talks about that. That would be cool.
I don't even know who that is.
He's the Raw champion.
That's how far out I am from.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
he's in a triple threat match.
Yeah, I'm with 90. He's not gonna drop the belt. I think it's gonna end in shenanigans. I don't think it's gonna.
Hey, I've got to go.
I don't think it's gonna be a clean finish.
I'll talk to y'all soon.
All right, Vox.
All right, Vox.
Much love, guys.
I think most of those matches are going to end up in like a DQ or a countdown. That's usually the case with Saturday Night's main event matches.
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't have expected that he would drop the belt to Owens. Period, but it's just kind of like an obvious, just foreshadowing. You know, when you sit there and show, oh, I'm going to give you this special belt for one night only. Well, obviously, he's not going to then not walk out with it.
I think they're going to have all these legends back. They're going to be a rush on the ring for all of them to try to steal the belt. I think Hogan's going to come and try and get it.
Hogan, who can barely walk. Yeah, they can barely walk. It's going to be a mad shuffle.
Yeah, they'll wheel Flair down to crawl in there.
I'm going to like riding down on wheelchairs, popping wheelies.
Well, that's why
motorized all these jazzy scooters just coming to the ring.
That's the reason why it's a ramp.
Sparks flying everywhere from the collisions.
Oh, I mean,
oh my God, he's got a walker.
May was out there getting power bombed at like 80. Why not?
Yeah, but she was special.
Yeah,
she was definitely special.
She also had a lot of years off in between. So.
And as much as she did, she was also like so well protected in there by those people. Like despite going through tables,
still talking about an 80-year-old woman.
Oh yeah,
well, I'm saying but look what she wasn't sitting there like taking knee hits. She wasn't, she would just go in there and take a spot. She wasn't in there like doing extended matches, taking spot after spot after spot after spot. Plus, Mark Henry really took care of her.
Exactly.
He gave her a hand. Even the Dudleys talked about.
He gave her a hand.
Like Bruising is toxic because he didn't want to hurt her going through that table.
Yeah,
he put all the brunt on his.
What a choice of words there, Brother John. I mean,
hey man, it's anatomically correct.
Yo, when the Dudley Boys, man, when he would go into that mode and just go crazy eyed and put Trish through a table, put May through a
everybody
table.
through a table.
But when he would do it, he would just sit there like staring wild. Like they were such a great tag team, man.
Well, you guys have never obviously gotten out of bed at 45 plus years old, so I don't think getting power bombed through a table at 70 plus, no matter how well protected she was.
Oh, I didn't even get out of bed on time today, and I'm only 50.
Devon, the table.
For me, and I ran through like when the WWF first started. That was peak wrestling for me. With May and The Rock, and that was just.
Oh, the Attitude Era first started.
Yeah, we would go to.
I don't know if you know this, but WWE started. He said, not WWF. Got it. Okay.
Well, it was late WWF. WWE happened afterwards.
Much later.
Yeah, Attitude Era.
We used to go to the WWF restaurant in
Times
Square for Monday Night Raw, and it was just like fantastic.
Do you remember Shotgun? WWE Shotgun, WWF Shotgun. It was a short-lived. It was supposed to be like a late night wrestling show on Saturday nights where they were supposed to be in the club, and there was a match that they did through an escalator on the subway. It was like Ahmed Johnson or somebody like that was fighting.
I just remember growing up watching the Saturday morning or midday show, whatever it was, the Saturday
Superstars and Wrestling Challenge.
Yeah, something like that.
Superstars.
I just remember Goldberg. Goldberg was right.
That's WCW.
I just remember Saturdays we had to get up and cut the grass, or rake leaves, and get stuff done before the Crockett promotions started going through the territories. Our mom was like, "You got to get that stuff done because wrestling comes on at 12."
And then Bret Hart. Bret Hart actually, I was proposed to.
By Bret Hart. Nice. You could have been Mrs. Hart.
No, I was going to make a bronze statue of him. But
really?
I ended up not getting it. So.
He would appreciate that a lot.
Huh?
You should just make a bronze statue of a Goldberg boot and send it to him.
Oh,
that's just dirty.
That was on Brett. He should have never headbutted that man's shoe.
I'm just saying, he had the metal plate inside as well. It's wrong, man. Wrestling.
With Captain Lou Albano, Taylor, right?
Yep. Rockin' wrestling.
See, I started watching wrestling. Well, I never really started. I always watched wrestling. There was never a moment that I started, but I remember the first WrestleMania.
Your finger up at me there, Miss Van Pants.
Lady F.
Good morning, starshine.
I heard that she collects comics.
Yeah. Did you make it to your LCS?
What? What's up?
Did you make it to your LCS?
9. No.
9.
I heard she collects old comics.
She's seeking.
Why isn't Perry at work? What is going on?
I went to.
He's probably working on clipping streams right now.
I did go to a place yesterday that was like old toys, and it had comics. Not impressive comics. Very impressive toys from like the 70s, 80s, even the 60s. I mean, like still sealed, like Marvel stuff. Like one was like a Hulk looking thingy, like you know those things where those discs where there's the film.
Yep.
Cool.
Anyway,
right.
Sorry.
I gotta go have some breakfast.
The viewfinder.
I'm feeling it. I will talk to you guys later.
All right, take it easy.
Hi, Izzy.
Later, Izzy.
If we had Remy Q on, he would have one in his lap right now.
A picture thing?
The viewfinder.
Viewmaster.
Mm-hmm.
Did they have any My Pretty Ponies all sealed up?
Yeah. You'd find that, and you'd find a CD by Vanessa Carlton in his lap that has 1,000 miles on it. Marcus is having a rough week. You do look pretty rough, Marcus. Have teams been losing and you've been staying up too late?
I'm not having a rough week. I don't know what he's talking about.
I don't know. You just got the sleepy face, just kind of. But maybe it was a neutral face, and sometimes people perceive neutral faces as grumpy.
I was actually looking at Action Comics 1080. This Clayton Henry cover is pretty sick, man.
Oh, it was warping your face. You're like,
oh, I had a damn.
You were like, your eyes you weren't showing as much whites of your eyes, but your face.
Neither is Superman on that cover.
So how's it been going, Nick's Legion circumstances? John, Fat Stacks, not Madam.
Rob's sick, so he's not talking today.
Oh,
well, that and I'm working simultaneously.
Rob's protesting the stream.
He's here under duress.
He's such a rebel. He's always protesting.
Rob's currently monitoring his drone traveling on Mark's house.
Fleet of drones.
Yeah, by protesting, that means like
controlling him on the Pacific.
Sitting quietly and judging you is his form of protest. Like,
yeah, I've heard it's real effective.
He's protested me for 4 years then.
I know he has. He protests. He's a silent protester.
No protest like a silent protest. That's everyone's favorite kind of protest. The protesters don't have to do anything, and neither do the people that they're protesting. It's almost like doing nothing. It's perfect.
That's the way you should teach your kids. Protest.
Oh, that's a good point. I'm going to start doing that today. I don't want to eat dinner. Protest silently. Now get to the table.
Yeah, that's right.
That's called seething, I think. Right?
Yes, seething.
No, you should say, like, well, write me a letter of complaint.
Bury your feelings deep inside and never let them boil. Like, Mike got a Super Nintendo, and the first game, that was Frank Miller's RoboCop versus Terminator.
Yeah, that one's fun.
So did you actually get a for real? No, you got an HD Super Nintendo. So you got one that was
I've got the actual Super Nintendo with that game.
I think you could use an actual Super Nintendo, but you need to get like a Switch or like an RF switch, some kind of weird thing.
They make an adapter now that, you know, like the hook-ins for the Super Nintendo are the same as the Nintendo 64.
They're old.
The one that you plug into the back of the console, they make an adapter now that you plug into the console and you can plug it into HDMI. It has a little converter thing on it.
It's got the HDMI.
But it looks terrible on like the big 70-inch 4K TV.
Oh, you loved it.
I still rock my old games on the little 13-inch TV. It just looks better. But that's why I'm kind of excited for that updated Nintendo 64. It's a 4K 64, and apparently you can do like digital gaming with it with your 64 stuff, but you can also still slam cartridges with it, and it helps with the resolution and all that stuff.
So I've got the N64 emulator with my Switch membership. So I've got a SNES, a regular NES, and an N64 emulator on mine.
That's still $20 a year.
Yeah, so I pay $50 a year, but with that, I have unlimited like online gaming with anybody. I get all the access to the Mario Kart extra booster courses, and I have all the any of the emulators I can download, and it's $50 a year, and I think it's a really good price, but that's just me.
Paying like $200 a year just to play online.
Yeah, it's a good deal. We do that as well. And of course, we do all the emulators, and my son likes to tell me how crappy all these games are. And I'm like,
you should be like, you know what? You're crappy.
And it's like, this is all you get to play.
That's a
you
good
can
day.
see how I lived.
Yeah. I got my son breezing through all the Dragon's Lair and Space Ace, and I still haven't beat them all. And he's like, Dad, you had trouble with this?
Did y'all see the new Turok trailer that dropped at this Games Award thing or whatever?
Put him on that old school
Origins.
Mega Man stuff. He won't get through it.
Turok was the game. Did it come out for the
N64? There was Turok, and then there was a black cartridge, Turok 2.
There's 4 Turok games for the N64.
I just had 2 of them.
Here's
I
your
had the
thing.
first one, and then the truck 2 with the black case. And
Seeds
then,
of Evil.
okay, so I had that one. And then I didn't have any others. But I know that they released one.
Turok Seeds of Evil, Rage War, and then there's one more I can't remember.
I didn't get Rage War.
What you could do, Nick, is get your kid the Atari 2600 games and tell him to see if he can finish those. Since none of those games had an end, they just kept going and get harder and harder and harder. So no, come on, no, there's an end boss. You got to get there.
Try that. Get in that Lost Ark game.
Figure it out.
If you find the pieces of the Ankh.
Oh, that and E.T. Yeah.
Yeah, look at this. Watch his neck go up.
You can upscale him to the original Nintendo and put him on Friday the 13th. Good luck, kid.
Yeah, Rob and I share a love of Yar's Revenge.
Yes. Yar's Revenge, Pitfall Harry, and River Raid were my 3 favorite.
Now, is Pitfall Harry somehow associated with Hanukkah Harry?
No.
Okay.
And
learning a lot about Harry.
And not related, as far as we know, not related to Leisure Suit Larry.
Leisure Suit Larry.
Kaboom.
We had
Larry.
We had an arcade up the street from us when Jim and I were kids, and I don't know. I think they had when they got in like Zaxxon and Moon Patrol, and I think I spent. It's like I can see the gap in my comic book collection for where I was pumping quarters into those damn machines instead of buying books.
Served you well.
There was somebody we have this Mexican place in town when we were teens, and we used to go there all the time. And there was a guy there that we would always call Leisure Suit Larry, and then that worked there. And there was another guy that worked there, and I swear he was the Mexican version of Chevy Chase, and so we called him Chevy Chase.
Oh, nice.
We're like, oh, we got Chevy Chase and Leisure Suit Larry. Like, they're the best. I love having little names for my friends. Well, our buddies at the Mexican place, Las Palmas. Kaboom was sick. You had to have a good control.
Yeah, Kaboom, especially in those later stages, was hectic. I love it.
Trying to catch those bombs.
Like Minesweeper?
No, I just remember spending hours like the corner store. When I used to, my aunt used to send me to the corner store for cigarettes when a 10-year-old can go there and buy some. Still.
Yeah. Little Nicky was smoking back then.
No, I never smoked. They had Super Mario Brothers where I would always, she would give me money for cigarettes, and I always skimmed some off the top of her change. I was like, oh no, cigarettes with such and such.
Get you a game in, man. That's the tax you got to pay. Got to pay the Mario tax.
So did anybody else, speaking of video games, anybody else watch Secret Level this week? Secret Level is on Prime. It's basically like video shorts about some video games.
Mark is in with you.
Yes, that Warhammer 40,000 was amazing. But they were all pretty, except for the Arnold one was okay.
I like that one. It was a good feel good one in between the weird shit that they were showing us.
I enjoyed all of them though, especially the Pac-Man one, which was
Pac-Man was weird as fuck, bro.
So, Mark, I've been going into something. I've been doing a deep dive into the Butlerian Jihad.
Nick's been down that road.
I'd like this whole week I fell down. Like I'm trying to find out what happened to Earth during that time. What kind of
you need to. I can hook you up, bro. But like it's prequels and it's actually decent.
This is way after Prophecy, isn't it?
This is right after Prophecy. Prophecy only happens a few years after all the Machine Wars.
So do you that flashback in episode 3, did that spark this jihad?
Yes. Well, the flashback it sparked my deep dive, my desire to want to go deep.
Who's that last standing Atreides kind of thing?
Yeah. Who are those? Are the Blue Eyes Vorian, or are the Blue Eyes Omnius, or are the Blue Eyes
crackheads? They on that spice, homie.
Huh?
They're just crackheads. They're on that spice, homie.
The guy who wrote it must have been on some shit because that
his daddy,
his father and the son must. I mean, the whole thing
Frank was on shrooms. Frank was straight up on shrooms, or acid. It was acid. It was LSD or shrooms. I think it
Spice
was
is
shrooms.
just LSD.
Spice is psilocybin. And then he did a lot of that. I'm
Right,
not
'cause-
sure if Brian did, but he found a lot of notes and shit of his dad's, and I want to say based like the Butlerian Jihad writings and shit based on shit he found. But now there's other books that he and some other dude have written that aren't as makey sensey, like, but whatever.
Like the two movies we have now, the story spans another 10,000 years after that.
So it's about a 15,000 year timeline in all things covered.
Bye, Marcus.
Marcus, he just bounces. It's okay. When you start talking odds and games, I do the same thing. We all got a thing where we just like blank out. What game is the Arnold episode based on?
It says New World. I never.
It was fun.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Like if you saw Love, Death, and Robots, they would sprinkle in like a good episode with a few terrible ones, but I think this, for the most part,
they've all been good.
Well watched, and there's another season coming next week too, isn't there?
I'm really into robots versus humans because that's the whole a la Matrix thing, and this was very similar. The whole story of the Butlerian Jihad, in terms of philosophy. Yeah, I love that shit. I love aliens versus robots, or not aliens versus robots, but humans versus robots.
We are aliens.
Yeah, but this whole Dune thing, man. Like this whole week, I've been
deep diving. I can get you hooked up on some stuff, brother, because you need to get hooked up on Quinn's Ideas. He's the one. Quinn's Ideas is a channel. He's a great sci-fi channel, and he's a Dune fan. And does lots of great deep dives and conversations. And there's also a chick, her name is like Internet Rando, I think, but she actually does like she summarizes each book of the Butlerian Jihad. If you don't want to fucking read it,
yeah, because I've been catching some of the theories and what do you call it they have about prophecy and who these blue eyes belong to, and it's been blowing my mind.
Because some people say Leto, that like basically they're looking into the future and the future's looking back at them, which I mean, I guess I could see that. But then like, if you read all the books, ultimately the final Kwisatz Haderach, which I don't know if this was Frank Miller's intention or if it was like Frank Herbert or Brian Herbert's intention, but Duncan, like a Gola of Duncan, Idaho, is supposed to be the final Kwisatz Haderach, and it's kind of lame because it's like I don't get it, but whatever.
That's like that's not the only one that's been there through. From what I understand, there've been thousands of them.
There's been several Kwisatz Haderachs, yeah.
No, I'm talking about Duncan.
Oh yeah, there've been thousands that. So the reason why Leto II kept bringing back Duncan Golas, the theory is because he wanted to prepare him for the role of the Kwisatz Haderach, which was Leto was playing at that time, forcing him to live those thousands of years just by like bringing him back. And so that was him, quote unquote, prepping him for all these infinite lives that he would have to live. And it's like, okay, but he doesn't, whatever.
And just going through like these little 10, 15-minute videos, I'm like, what? This is what the book becomes.
Yeah, it gets out there.
It gets out there. It becomes like witches fucking and
you are the worm.
You know, yeah, you're the worm.
That's the part that first like really threw me off my rocker. I'm like, how weird does this get when he comes back as one of the worms? I'm like, the fuck?
But see,
is that in God Emperor?
No, that's so well, that's where he chooses to fuse with and become a worm over thousands of years. But then like there's the Gola of Leto II, and it's really stupid where he comes back and he wants to be a worm, part of the worm, but he doesn't want to be conscious. So it's like, okay, I just want to be a worm, but not think anything. And it's like, okay, but the whole point of Leto becoming a worm was a massive sacrifice to his humanity. It was misery for him. It was painful. He hated it. And now this Gola just wants to dive in and not be wary of anything. bullshit. It's stupid. It's lazy writing.
And
Yeah,
then,
Biggie.
and then 10,000 years after this, it turns out the robot is still alive.
Yo,
Yeah.
y'all been watching Dune Prophecy? That was like crazy. I haven't watched episode
I haven't seen
4 yet.
episode 4 yet either.
I haven't seen episode 4, but the reveal at the end of episode 3, I'm like, you bitches and your lying asses with your computers.
But see, I know that though the face dancers are in episode 4 because I've already
sorry,
watched
wait, what?
break dancers.
Oh, so it's face dancers.
I know. I thought it said face dancers.
Face dancers.
Wait a minute.
I've watched
I'm
breakdowns. There's face dancers.
It is face dancers.
I was about to say, I'm watching episode 4 right now. We got face dancers.
There's face dancers. You're gonna get your mind blown.
It's been a long time since we had that. What was it? Thursday night, 10 p.m. HBO slot.
Yeah,
a long time since we had the face dancers.
So, you need to get some face dancing, some Skinamax face dancing. No, just kidding.
Take me back to the Spice Clubs.
Yeah, so
a lot of good TV this week.
Yeah, me and Madam were talking about that. TV's like been off the charts.
Off the
You
charts.
And we got Ixians.
Penguin got nominated for a Golden Globe and Emmys. Yep.
You did?
Yeah, 3 Golden Globes. Nick, are you watching Tulsa King, Landman, or Lioness?
No, I tried starting Tulsa King. For me,
it's goofy. You got to watch a few episodes.
I stay off of what is that? Paramount Plus.
Yeah, how cool is that finale, Rob? Where he at the bar, just that cold, cool, calculated. Bam, 50% right. You got it. You earned it.
Yeah.
Let's go. That was wild. Now, Tulsa King is like the quirkiest one of the bunch. Like they're all the Taylor Sheridan shows, you know. But Tulsa King just works. But Lioness is by far tip top.
Okay, now would you compare Lioness and the Penguin for me?
No.
Could you? Which one's better?
Not really. They're like massively different genres.
If you had to watch one, which one would you tell people to watch?
Depends on who I'm talking to.
Me.
Go watch Lioness since you've already seen Penguin.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Zoe Saldana, huh?
That was easy. She's seen Penguin. See Lioness. Yeah, Zoe Saldana, Nicole Kidman, Morgan Freeman.
Okay.
And she's fantastic in it.
It's like you can't put it down. Once you get going, you're like, God, I need the next episode.
Okay, cool.
But like, yeah, they portray the face dancer as it being extremely energetically draining and very, very painful.
I can confirm face dancers are draining.
They portrayed that very well, I think.
Unless they're just bad at their craft.
They're just early iterations of what's to come. And like realistically, face
What,
dancers,
did you watch,
like I know you're talking about crotches in your face, but like
Still cracking up. Look at him.
I know, like 12.
I'm 12.
We all are at some point.
Here's a face dancer.
I'm sure at some point tonight you'll say something to have me the same way.
Can't talk to anybody about Doom without face dancer jokes.
Mark tonight's going to turn to his wife and talk about face dancing, and she's going to be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
She's like, tell me more.
It's okay. It's part of the Dune universe. Calm down.
So on a completely unrelated note, Heroes is booked for me. Just looking for flights.
Wow.
My flight's booked. My hotel's booked.
Nice.
Wow.
Flights are still super expensive. They say to wait till like March to book them.
Are you going on plane or by drone?
I'm going by plane.
Okay.
It would take too many drones to lift me, and they're very. It's like driving with a drone.
There's no windshield. Like, it's windy up there.
Can't muss up my hair before I go there.
Good thinking. You're so aerodynamic, though.
But I've been enjoying Skeleton Crew.
I watched the first week. I haven't watched this second week's episode yet.
Definitely got that Goonies vibe to it.
Oh yeah,
I've been enjoying Creature Commandos this week.
yeah, that was really good.
Junkyard Joe.
Yeah, that was a really good episode.
Starting to feel the shift in my hobby, going back from cards to comics now.
Welcome home.
Well, I never really left. It just slowed down a lot.
You were gone. We missed you. So the card thing didn't really pan out then, huh?
No, it's not that it didn't pan out. It's just so super expensive.
Bad news for you with the comic.
No, but in comparison to when I first got back in, it's nothing now. It's like cheap now compared to what it was.
Oh, yeah, you're just looking at like the keys and stuff like that.
Except for the old DC keys, which we all know never go down.
Yeah, never come down. Just go try to buy a filler issue from the old DC books. Nah.
Jude Law's hot.
Thanks for sharing.
Yep, no, I can confirm that. The talented Mr. Ripley, one of the best.
He's hot. He's a cheater, but he's hot.
Yep, he is
hotter now or hotter then?
He's
pretty hot now. He's aging like a fine wine, man.
No,
I did it all ages.
In the talented Mr. Ripley, and then that was his like.
No, have you seen him in Skeleton Crew?
No,
you would want to hit it.
Oh.
You wouldn't say no.
You wouldn't say.
You would face dance.
He would.
You would face dance with Jude Law.
Only face dancing, Jude.
I would face dance with Jude Law. Among other things. Yes, X-Men 1 is always worth the hassle, bro. What are you trying to look at it for? And what kind of grade you want, Big? We need to talk about this. This is not enough details.
Yeah, I had a 4.5 back in the day.
Oh no, you let Disney release a couple more movies, and dude, I think the Sony stuff has like not a big effect, but it definitely has an effect on the Marvel brand as a whole. Because the movies are so influential toward the hobby. But you let them release a few more movies, Biggie, and that X-Men book will just get more and more affordable.
Yeah, and the more X-Men shit that comes out, the cheaper it'll get.
Yeah, it has like a reverse effect these days. Like when they announce something, it used to be like the
X-Men 97 did not have that effect.
X-Men 97 barely moved the needle with a couple books. It took $10 books and made them $15, $20 books in that case. The era which X-Men 97 pulls from is like, it's just too easy to acquire. They're just everywhere. But people were looking for stuff to try to like pump and dump. And there's a couple that got
there were a couple pump and dumps from it.
Yeah, there's like the casual.
But I would say it made the Hellfire saga and the Phoenix saga and Dark Phoenix saga very desirable.
Yeah, that's pre X-Men 97 era though.
It's not the 97 era, but it's definitely content that they covered in that show.
Yeah, I'm just saying like that stuff like exists.
And White Queen shit.
That stuff exists like whether that show does or not with value, you know.
Mm-hmm. No, that's fair. 4K for a 1.4 after tax is a tough one. Yeah.
Just think what you can do with that money.
Oh.
That's how I look at a lot of the stuff. I haven't been in a key chasing mood since Heroes Con, and I wasn't in one for a while before Heroes Con. But I picked up some good keys at Heroes Con. Yeah.
It's been a minute since I've had my eyes locked on something.
I like the first Green Hulk, the first Ghost Rider, the first Question. Knock those out. I'm like, oh, I'm good. That's what I wanted.
Yeah, that's fair.
Got good deals on them too. That was a good part.
Not a surprise.
If I'm able to like haggle in person, I just work.
I know
better.
you get your little rise out of it.
Well, I'm saying like you can honestly get as good of a deal as you can get if you can be there in person. If you're comfortable, like
it's the best deal you're going to be able to get is in person at a con, like period. That's generally like that's
and a
where
lot of people point out like how if you go to cons, expect prices to be high, con prices, and
I've not
yeah, like
experienced that.
the sticker prices might be, especially if you're in a market that's
But it's
slowly trending.
negotiable. Everything's
Yeah,
negotiable.
if you're in a market that's slowly trending downward, you have to keep in mind these guys were at a different show last week, and they didn't spend the past 6 days or 5 days repricing and tagging everything. They spent the last 5 days recuperating, boxing, and shipping. So these prices are last week's prices and potentially the week before that's prices. Just talk to these people.
Yeah. And a lot of times, like you say, you just say,
100%
hey, man,
Biggie.
what if I'm interested in, getting a, will you do a deal for me, like a package or whatever? Like if I want to do a chunk, like
My favorite thing is just being like, yeah, what's the real price? I hit him with I found like most times that's how I start. Like, hey, can I look at that? Hey, what's the real price on this?
has
And
anybody
then you start haggling down from whatever they say.
Has anyone said the real price is what's priced?
Yeah, and I just laugh at them like, dude, look, quit bullshitting. Yeah, the important thing to do is don't get offended, but definitely don't take them serious when they say stupid shit like that.
Yeah, I mean,
assume they're telling a joke when they
you
say.
got to understand that like everything's
good.
for sale. So if they're not willing to deal with you, then they don't want to make money.
Mm-hmm.
It's part of the game. It's part of the social interaction.
Mark will laugh, and then he'll go, "Oh, you were serious," and then walk away.
Yeah, but it's like sort of in like those Turkish markets where like it's an insult if you don't try and haggle with them. Like you're supposed to haggle. It's the whole point.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's been my lot where it's they're not coming much off the price anyway. So,
but it depends on the kind of books you're wanting, and if you want those big daddy books, there's just not a lot of real wiggle room. Unless you ever Nick brought books to trade? Have you ever tried to do that?
No, I don't. Honestly, I don't do much shopping at cons.
Yeah, what happens is some of those guys don't. I mean, they'll come down, but they won't come down necessarily a lot if they can help it, because they're all dealing with inventory that they overpaid for based on current market. A lot of them.
Yeah, that's the current problem. Is they're all over.
It's their issue, but so they're trying to maximize their return, and I get that, but at the same time, you know what? Market is the market, and I'm not paying over market for your shitty book.
Yeah, like I'll look at fair market and I'll be like maybe $100 underneath it. Like the book I was looking for at Heroes last year was an X-Men 94, and there was one guy who had one, and he wasn't coming off. He was like $400 over, I think.
Yeah, this is a good point that Lady F just said a minute ago. 90 reiterating the bundle deal. I went to that video I put out like 2 weeks ago where I bought a Grail. I went to the Heroes Aren't Hard to Find booth. They were here in Augusta. The people that put on Heroes Con, they were there. And I found the last 2 issues of Transformers I needed to finish the run. Unfortunately, it's the last 2 in the series, or 3. It was 2 or 3. But they're not cheap books because they're low print runs. So just for those issues, it's like anywhere between like $40 to $70 if you find them in like back issue bins kind of thing. And I bundled those up. I bought a Grail, and I got a Fighting American from the early Silver Age. And by the time it was done, I didn't even pay for the Transformers books.
I sometimes will bundle if I can, but sometimes if you're sitting there talking about, I want to get a Brave and Bold 28, there's only so much bundling you're doing with it.
Yeah, that was a good tag. That was actually a tag team situation.
Yeah.
I saw the book. I asked him about the book. He came down like a couple $100. I'm like, let me go get my homie. He's going to want to talk to you about this. Me and Rob switched out. Then Rob took him down some more. The double tap.
You primed his pump.
Yeah, we hit him with the double tap.
And then there's pump priming.
Like, well, how much can you come down? Well, I already came down 2. That wasn't for me. You came down 2 for the other guy. What are you going to do for me?
Wait, pump priming.
The man with cash.
Pump priming, then face dancing.
Yeah, that dude was just a shit talker. I don't even know why you even game down for him.
Pump priming, face dancing, and what's the end all be all? We need 3 acts for a story.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Mark,
might try
can
to.
you make me big? I'll show you what I'm working on real quick.
Make Madam big.
I might try to do a little prep. It's been like this is the second year I've had Brave and the Bold on my list and haven't got it yet.
I love it.
Yay, a little fun
Hey, go
right
back. I want to see the dick again. Show us that dick.
Don't concentrate on the dick.
Well, now I'm looking at his ass. Show us that dick.
It's just a modest, you know.
Jesus, madam, is it cold in your house?
Huh?
I said, is it cold in your house? What the fuck?
Kind of reminds me of the Pac-Man episode.
So,
Biggie says, nice penis.
thank you. Thank you, Izzy. Oh,
That is a cool concept.
thank you.
Balls and wieners.
Well, it's either going to be a girl or a guy, and I don't like putting clothes on people. So
I really feel like you've decided that already. It's not an either or at this point.
Alan,
We're well past the either or.
he looks a little stiff now.
AR said that's a beautiful dick.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes.
I love how confidently you show all of us immature grown kids this art.
This immature art. Like, come on.
No, the immature audience looking at this art can't take us nowhere.
And everything.
What would you want? A little fig leaf over it?
That
Would that
be
make you
cool.
feel better, Mark?
Only if it's like detachable.
I said she should put a
Biggie
fig
Shack
leaf.
is in the house.
I said she should put a fig leaf, but she was like, "No, I'm drawing a dick."
Oh yeah, you really missed out. You should have done the arc right where the crotch is. It'd be a little peeing fountain.
Oh,
I can make it a fountain still.
Okay.
All right.
what y'all think about what y'all think about LeBron taking time off for personal issues?
He hurt his foot, from what I understand. I mean, I've never heard of this. Tell me more.
Sounds like the Diddy effect to me.
Oh yeah, 100.
Yeah, I think it's because Jay-Z's getting caught up in the media.
You saw that Barkley clip, right?
What'd Barkley
Yeah.
say? He talks so much shit. I love him.
Bad time.
Bad timing.
And Shaq, it's just funny watching him crack Shaq up, just being himself.
Greatest shows in history.
What a big
I don't know how clean and free Shaq is from it. Hey,
Yeah.
Shaq was pretty much in them Diddy parties too, but you
Was
know.
he? I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, he seemed to be laughing pretty.
You mean you weren't at
confidently.
those Diddy parties, lady?
I was blacked out.
A lot of
face dancing.
I think LeBron's going on his 8th game or some shit.
I don't
8th or 9th
remember it.
game.
That has a double meaning at
Yeah.
those parties.
I was blacked out with the face dancing.
All right, I got to roll to work. I'll see you guys.
What the hell? God damn.
Have a good one.
man. Oh my god.
You see ladies sitting on the couch like the meme.
Yeah.
All the guys behind her.
If you see
Well,
that,
I don't think that the focus at the Diddy parties were the ladies, by the way. I think it was more
I don't think they were either. Big.
naked basketball.
I
Was the
think
focus.
it was some butt love going on there. Some brotherly
Mhm.
butt love.
Backing you down to in the post, love.
Which is like, if you want to, that's cool. But like,
I'm pretty sure Cat Williams confirmed.
yeah,
that
you
the
can't be
ladies
doing
were
it against people's will.
If y'all want to, I mean, just go back and watch the Shannon Sharp interview. Nothing that man has said has
It's been
not
wrong.
turned out to be true yet.
And he said 2024 is the year they all going down.
Yes,
I
the
think
year
it was. I think it was a lot more consensual than what people were saying because
Oh yeah, I think there's
They
probably
were all
many
into it.
examples of both. Is the sad part. Like there's gonna be a lot of
The liberal dispersion of narcotics will make people a little more pliable.
there's
and willing
stuff
to
that,
play.
like I don't think anybody really cares about any of the consensual stuff, but there's like the high profile stuff that people are just waiting to come out. Like, and what I'm waiting on is just to hear
the
any kind of
drugging.
stuff. No, I'm just waiting to hear the stuff where like Bieber finally gets brought up. Like if they even say his name, or if that just gets addressed, like that's the highest profile one that people have like all but have the smoking gun for years.
Oh, I think there's some Leo shit, but he's going to get protected. I think there's plenty of video of Leonardo DiCaprio, but he's probably paid him off. He's been smart enough to pay the money.
I think LeBron's a little more evil than what people think he is. Like
they all could be big.
I fucking what is LeBron on? Like his fourth coach in LA? Like fucking hate LeBron, dude. Like he's such a piece of shit, bro.
Is he?
AR got crazy.
You know how many coaching jobs have got took from them because LeBron wanted to play somewhere? Like it ain't always the coaches. Oh, dude, fuck, like 30 coaches probably.
You want this $5 million record contract? You need to take this D. Yeah, I mean that's basically what it was. I remember. I think there's now his former assistant is saying he asked for a raise, and when he did that, Diddy raped him.
He raped him, or he had sex with them, hoping for the raise, and then when that's the thing. It's like the only thing that's like really sticking is the Cassie shit.
It was a hold down. Like they trapped this dude and held him down against his will.
Oh well, fuck.
Like,
that's what
you
kills
asked
me.
me
Like,
for a raise? Let me put this thing in your beehole.
Why the fuck did he wait years later to bring it up? You know, like that's the shit that kills me.
There's a lot of people that did that, and I think it has to do with the fact that he's powerful enough. I mean, he was in the Fed's pocket for a while. Like nobody was willing to do shit. Eric Adams gave him a key to the fucking city. He thought he was untouchable.
Yeah.
People, there's lots of times, as we've learned from, as this is not a new thing, where people are embarrassed and ashamed and don't want to, and just want it to go away and don't want to necessarily bring these things up. They want to forget it.
Because,
Well, I've kind of got to the point where
I brought it up and no one believed him. Yeah.
I just don't like Hollywood at all. Like it ain't just fucking Puff Daddy. You know, it's like all them fuckers are weird, man.
Yeah, they're all. I mean, if you're in Hollywood, you have made some gross sacrifice. You've had to do something gross.
I give up on it
for the most part. Did you? Well, I don't think you should.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna be a Hollywood actor. No, but fucking, I can't like watch this shit. Did y'all see that new video? Yuri and Kanye's kid. It's called Bomb.
Northwest or whatever.
Northwest, yeah. There's a music video. I actually kind of like it. The lyrics were pretty shitty, but the beat's cool. And it's like a Mario Kart AI art. And they're driving around in Cybertrucks. Not the worst.
That.
Kind of fun.
Like other rappers, but no one ever listened, so he got away for it. Yeah, I mean, he could just have been saying it for years and everybody thought he was full of shit. I don't think people thought that. I think people were probably really scared of him because he did fucked up shit. Like,
people are scared of you, Lady Fantastic.
As well they should be. There's so much video evidence of me like beating the shit out of people in hotel rooms when they try to take my bags full of money. I'll come out in my towel and I will kick you back into the room.
I understand that it's actually why Nick went into the witness relocation services was because
of a
he was afraid of you.
Oh, well, that's true. Because if he runs into me again, I'm getting the rest of that finger.
Nick, are you frozen?
I think he's
watching Bomb right now. He's loving it.
He's not even responding to what we're saying, so I'm assuming he's frozen.
He's like watching Dune. He's
he's gone.
Yeah.
No, fuck this.
Yeah, I always thought Puff was weird, but I never expected anybody to give a fuck.
I thought he was honestly this greasy little miserly nobody. He's this weirdo that would like try and get into videos. I thought he was a weirdo. Like,
there you go. Motion again. Thanks. You look much better now that you're moving.
That I'll Be Missing You song. I thought that was so weird of him to do. But I never thought of him as anything more than the goofy guy that danced around with Mace in those 2000 videos. And now all this shit comes back, and I'm like, I am such an idiot. I didn't know anything. Like, these people are gross as fuck. I didn't even know this level of depravity existed. Like,
I just don't know why everybody's got to be so fucking horny. Like, you got your money. Like, why does everybody got to fuck everything? Like,
well,
just
no, and
relax
it's like
a
you
little bit.
could fuck anybody of your own will, but why do you got to do it against people's will? Why you
That's
got to
what
not
kills
be
me.
allowed to do it?
I think that's part of the power trip too.
Yeah, no shit. They don't want willing participants. They want just lifeless bodies or something, because it gives them more of a rise or something. It's fucked up. When you get to that level of wealth, that money no longer satiates you, only manipulating humans and like causing pain to others. Like, that's like mind games. That's weird, dude. I don't like that.
That's Lady F's level shit.
That's my level shit. And I don't even like what I do.
All right. Yeah. I guess it's a thing. It's pretty deep.
Just...
Pun intended.
Balls deep.
Mm-hmm.
And his kids now. I think he made his kids little monsters too.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
well,
the sons.
Well, you got to figure they're growing up seeing this stuff, so that's what they think is normal.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't know.
My thing is that okay, so as long as you're able to have popularity and a little bit of motion, the government and people will just let you do it. But once you start dipping in popularity and motion, it's like, oh, okay, now we can shit on you. Like R. Kelly for years, great singer. You know,
Chappelle
they're like,
Warren,
all right, fuck it, you're gone. And then Puff Daddy, like his music hasn't been good in a long time, but he said the one wrong thing, and it's okay, fuck you. It's like I don't know, man, kind of weird.
I think it's probably been known for a long time that R. Kelly did what he did, and it was just like people didn't talk about it, just like everybody knew about Cosby, they just didn't say anything. And finally it just got to the point to where there's too many like loose ends that like people are going to start coming with receipts, and there's no way they can avoid it.
What year did R. Kelly get arrested?
Huh?
What year did R. Kelly get arrested?
I don't remember.
2010, 2012. Fuck, I don't know.
He was Chappelle told everybody in 2003.
Mm-hmm.
What year did Diddy get arrested? Cat
2024.
Cat Williams been telling everybody about this shit since the Pimp Chronicles 1. Like he's been like, there's people out there talking
and if you
about
listen
it.
to lyrics, certain artists have been saying shit about it for
talking
years.
about it in a way that potentially doesn't necessarily say, like, you know what I'm saying?
They're trying to give you hints without saying this motherfucker's a rapist.
Pretty much.
That's why I can't fuck with Hollywood, because it ain't just those two. It's like, or 4 or 5, or you know, it's
100%.
It's Clive Davis.
It's the
Quincy Jones.
The whole culture of that place.
It's a cabal of horn dogs.
And these fucking athletes. Like, if you think for a minute, like, LeBron isn't, like, manipulative and behind the scenes probably a fucking terrorist.
At those level.
He's a fucking animal, bro. That guy is...
What was it that Kat said about Chris Tucker? He's like, he was friends with Michael Jackson. He had a nickname for him. Christmas. He would call him, that's my Christmas. And he asked Shannon Sharp, he says, would you ever let another grown man give you a nickname like that? And Shannon Sharp was like, fuck no.
Hey,
that guy's the funniest guy. Dude, you remember when they had the this is deep, so I don't know if anybody else seen this, but there was a New Year's Eve special, Cat Williams versus Steve Harvey, and fucking Cat Williams and him. Yeah, they had like a one-time event, and it was a battle in comedy. It was so good because Cat Williams annihilated him, of course, but
and he was like, basically, take off that hair.
Yeah.
Were they both on stage together?
Yeah, they went back to back. Yeah, it was fucking great.
It was like a slam contest.
I remember he did the stand-up Catageddon, which he literally did the stand-up on New Year's Eve, and it counted down to New Year's that time.
Okay, I missed that one, but
I don't
Steve
know.
Harvey's shit was good.
Cat says he could run like a 4-4 or something crazy. And
That's
like,
bullshit. Yeah.
But did y'all see what he did? The following a couple weeks after that that interview went live, and people were trying to find the lies. They called him out on his running. He posted a video of him running, and he was less than half a second off of what he called.
He is very fast. Yeah.
So if he sat there and he like warmed up for a day and trained for a day and did it a couple times, he would clearly hit it, which is unbelievable.
That motherfucker,
he's smart in some ways, and like I think he's fairly well read, and he's fairly astute and intuitive.
That motherfucker gave some of the funniest shit.
Yeah, he's
when he's on Beanie Seagal's concert and he's like bobbing back and forth ready to sucker punch a guy. That's like the funniest shit. And then he got beat up by a little kid playing soccer. Like, he gives us fucking clips that are classic.
Yeah.
And then he's even got his own Christmas doll that Theo Vaughn bought.
Yeah.
That's a fucking Cat Williams right there. It was on sale. I didn't think it should be. Drew, she's like, holy shit, you really be doing this shit.
Turned down $50 million.
My God. One of the funniest things you'll ever watch ever on the internet is Theo Vaughn sitting down with Drewski for 2 hours. Funniest fucking
Theo Vaughn is a goober. He's funny. He's a good old country boy from Louisiana. And honestly, a lot of dudes from Louisiana are kind of like him. But he's a wild one. He cracks me up. He's lucky he's alive. He's been a little wild ass.
No, he sat down with the vice president-elect JD Vance, and they started talking about recovery and stuff. And
was Vance an alcoholic, or has he cleaned up or something?
Vance was not an alcoholic. He comes from a broken home with a mother who was a drug addict, and he had to be raised by his grandmother and everything. He was, poor white, and he ended up going into the Marines, and then he went to like I think he said he went to like Harvard or Yale or something.
Yeah, he went to the top. He went to Ivy League.
He's like a against all odds life story. It's really impressive. But Theo Vaughn, with a straight face, was talking about the fentanyl problem and looked at the fucking vice president elect and said, "It's a real shame we can't even do cocaine in this country anymore."
That's something Theo Vaughn would say.
Yeah,
JD Vance was probably like, well,
it just cracked him up. JD Vance, like, he's like closer to our age than not. You know what I'm saying? So watching him be candid, and he was candid in these podcasts. He was just laughing and being himself, saying, "Yeah, I can't go out there and say shit like this." And
have you seen the shit that JD Vance said before he was about Trump, before he became Trump's vice president?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he addressed that in the conversation.
I didn't mean what I said then, because now I'm going to have a position of power. I didn't mean it.
He said he absolutely meant what he said then. In between then and now, and he goes into detail on what policies that
Trump took his finger and put it in my butthole, and
he went into detail on what policies went into it that would change his mind. And it isn't like he miraculously changed his mind overnight. Like, there's 2016 pre-Trump being president opinion of him, and then there's 2020 after he's been president opinion of him, is where he came from in that conversation. A lot of people didn't overnight just start supporting him. Most of that party, I remember, hated him, like the vast majority of him, as him being an outsider. But I don't know.
Only 1% of our imports are checked. Your world is sick. Our world is sick.
I think RFK is out to fix that, though.
I think that's what's cool about comic books, is that you can pick and choose what you find entertaining, as opposed to media where they just tell you what's cool.
All down your throat.
You know?
I've been off media for a while now. I don't think it does anything positive for us as people. Like,
it's like me. Like, I'll go in a long
being
box.
Informed is bad for you.
So I think standard media as we thought of it, like Walter Cronkite, PBS
Doesn't
kind of
exist.
days. That was like media where it was less slant. And now I just feel like there's so much slant to it that they try to elicit emotional responses instead of delivering just
I would say
fact.
a good way to break it down, that was news. We now have media.
Yeah. There's journalism and then there's like media. And I feel like journalism has kind of gone aside or asunder, and now you have to find your sources and pick more carefully or be more mindful of where you choose to get your information, because so much of it
I'd say
is
you'd have to cast a wide net, where before you could, and not, if you look back, it wasn't as trustworthy as people look back on it as, but you used to take the news and that's you could take it at its word. Now you just hear it. I'm just going to listen to what someone has to say, then I have to go figure out what to make of this information. You can't just take information. You have to.
Well, it's all about source citation.
Decipher information anymore.
It's all about getting to the source. Who said it? What did they really say?
It's more brainwashing than anything.
100%.
Yeah, face dancing and brainwashing, I swear to God.
So like I was saying, like when you dig in a long box, it's like I don't see any top 10 lists, or I don't see any channels even, but like I pop for fucking old Kubert, Unknown Soldiers, and Tarzans. You know, it's just like
things call you. Certain things will call you.
Nobody's telling me go get that. It just and look at it now, like the fucking Creature Commando shit's popping. It's gonna give a little bit more light to Kubert. I know it's cool. Do I know that everybody's gonna like it? I don't know that,
but that's not
the
why
Weird War shit. Oh, I would like my shit to get a little shine. You know, I'm glad Weird Wars are getting a little more attention. You know,
Yeah.
Weird War 1 and 3 and all them books are going up now, so that's cool.
Well, there's one thing to be happy that other people are finally recognizing something you appreciate, but I think you'd probably always appreciate Kubert even if nobody gave a fuck about him.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. I'm drawn to his shit. I like his shit.
So
I
fucking
like
good.
Kubert shit, you know?
Yeah, Kubert's a legend, man. So good.
It's like you have the right to pick any fucking comic book you want, just like you have the right to believe in any fucking news station you want.
It's like the fucking Gwenpool and Jeff the Landshark. It's like I'm in a different world now. It's like all these years, people fucking hate that shit. Now it's like, oh, Jeff the Landshark, I was right about that. It's so good. It's like, was you?
Is that because of Rivals? Is that because of Rivals?
It is, yeah. Yeah, Gwenpool was because of Fortnite, and now Jeff's because of Rivals. So video games do wonders for you, I guess.
I heard there was a rumor too that Daniel Craig is supposed to be up for like a Sergeant Rock movie or something like that.
Yeah,
great.
Yeah, who would have ever thought like war soldier shit would get popular? I mean, I've been hoping, but it's just fucking unbelievable.
Remember back in the day where it was like Saving Private Ryan and all them kind of movies was big?
A little bit, yeah. It never really got trendy, but.
All right, I got to roll. It's for media time.
Oh, it is.
Be a media time.
Yeah, media.
And as
be
I like to
the
say,
media, Rob. Be the media.
Hit your mid dog. Represent.
Yeah, I gotta hop too. Later, guys.
Uh-oh.
I'm about to make and head out here in just a few minutes as well.
Oh, good, because I was only gonna come on for a couple minutes.
You did it. You've achieved your goal.
Biggie comes and it fucking annihilates the panel. Only person stays lady.
No, I was supposed to be at my wife's work at 10 a.m. Go swap out cards. I'm about to go do Christmas shopping for her. My last couple of off days, she's been off too, and that doesn't work really well. So I'm about to go Christmas shop for her, pay some bills.
Oh, dude, look at this box, bro.
We've
been getting. Oh yeah, we've been doing boxes. My cat's in the box. My kid loves drawing on them.
Dude, we threw away big old boxes that have been sitting in our living room for the past 6 months that the kids just like to keep in there, and then they pull them out, play with them, use them as tables. But we told them we got to throw them away because we got more boxes coming for Christmas, and Santa won't leave the new boxes if we got the old boxes.
That's tough to understand as a kid.
I think I'm caught up. I don't think I have to do shit besides like my girlfriend and my mom. So my kid's got all his shit pretty much already.
I just got to do my dad and my mom. Yeah, I got my brothers and sisters. And they're
too.
My mom got a robe so far. I'm gonna get her something else, but yeah, I think I'm not in the I gotta go Christmas shop. I'm good.
yeah.
Shit comes to you, just pay for it, Here it comes.
I had something come in the mail yesterday that I've been waiting on that I pre-ordered. It's this high-end Optimus Prime from YOLO
Ooh.
Park. I'll send you a reel of it, Biggie. They're figures, but they're models. Like in a sense, you put the pieces on, but once it's on, it's super highly articulated. And I'm a big Michael Bay fan, and we've talked about, but it's from the Age of Extinction and the Last Night design.
Oh, hell yeah.
But it's like, and some of it's die cast and everything. But it came in, and I'm like, oh, I showed Kyle the box. I'm like, I was wondering what this was, but I saw the brand on it. It's Optimus. She goes, that's great. And she goes, you can have it at Christmas. I'm like,
bro, when people say they're like into the Transformers comics now, like you guys gotta get those movie figures. I was such a mark for the deluxes, the Voyagers, I got every fucking one, dude. I loved them. It was my fucking thing back then. And the figures are cool as fuck. Like I could
for
rattle.
the Transformers movie.
I'm not going to. Some of the Bay and shit. And then the other lines are good too, like Prime and Animated. Those are good too.
Captain Picard teacup. Christmas is saved.
Oh, AR got it.
Yeah, the toys seemed like cooler to me than the books, just because you could play with them and they had alt modes, and it fucked my head up, like how something could look like a man and then look like a tank at the same time, and you transform it. Like I just get into that shit. I don't really like the stagnant like statues that much, but when you could transform them, it just feels cool to me.
Yeah, this one is man, I've got. Hold on.
Just the fucking molds and the details they make in the transformations is just like Hasbro does crazy.
This is the one they did for Optimus Primal, and this one doesn't have any die cast on it, but like all the pieces and stuff, like you put on, like the bases.
That's fucking nasty, yeah.
But then it's like hyper articulated. But the other Optimus one is a little bit bigger than this and die cast. And yeah, I'm just like, dude, I have to have it. Yeah, I've got the Optimus from Rise of the Beast. It's more like the movies take on the old school design, but I really like the Michael Bay stuff, man.
Yeah, me too.
Well, I'd love to stay here and talk Transformers.
Yeah, we all said we're about to go, and here we are talking Transformers.
But
yeah, all right, let me hit this end stream. Appreciate everybody hanging out.
Peace. Adios.